We are a go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dungeon Dabblers. My God, put my teeth back in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeon Dabblers, the channel of geeky people who delve deeper into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! So thank you so much for everyone, obviously, commenting, liking, and subscribing. If you have, fantastic. If you haven't, then F you. If you do want to press that subscribe button, please feel free. It does pay my pension. If you don't want to, that's fine. Then, I'll just cry in a corner. We're going. I don't think there's any announcements tonight, so we can jump straight into tonight's episode, which is Act 34. Yes, we have nearly done 200 hours of gameplay. Ba-ba-da! Crazy.
Yeah.
So, quick round. Last we left off, the New Dawn investigated a crash site created by what can only be described as a dragon. Or was it? This now to be identified as a Chardalyn Dragon left a piece of its carcass in the tundra as it crashed moments away from the party. Some investigated and found nothing. Thazor, on the other hand, found something much more valuable, a piece of Chardalyn, which is a expensive bit of metal, rather heavy, 3 foot tall and 1 foot wide, that was sticking out of the ground, and said so and made this clear to Creek, but didn't do anything about it. Investigating where this piece came from, the party stumbled upon a battleground of this dragon, but not moving. It was, however, surrounded by another foe, something scarier and more fierce. A quick alteration with this view, Creek heard a voice coming from Eldath, her deity, warning her of the enemy that could be lurking around the corner. She panicked and warned the party to move on to the east, away from this entity and away from this place. After a few hours lurking in the dark towards the direction of Bryn Shander, although you think, all of you decided to bunk up in a close alcove in the tundra where Oakland would set up a familiar dome. But not long after you settled, a reincarnated snowdrift of Sal appeared. Sentry, taking no chances, attacked this wisp, but found himself a bigger enemy. One with fire and runic molten form. A fire golem stands peering over the snow-drifted hill. What will you do next? Dun dun dun.
What?
And that is where we last left off. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, shit. Alright.
Oh, shit. Alright.
From 22. The word go.
Nice.
20, baby.
Oh, I haven't put the thing in because I'm silly.
Well, I've got a 20, baby.
Oh, mine's put it automatically.
I will do it anyway.
God damn it. As soon as I roll 20, everyone starts rolling higher than me. I guess I'll cry.
20, 23.2, 22, Century 11. Oh, let's put it in, that's fine.
22.
Sheena is going to get...
Initiative I've rolled before, so that's okay.
Don't know about you, but I'm feeling golem poo.
Yum.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Is everyone pumped and ready for this alteration? I like the word alteration. It's my new favourite word.
Why is it your favourite word?
Do it.
What?
Do it.
Has everybody rolled? Just so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Amazing.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
top of the round. As you see Jackal, you wake up and in your
Creek isn't on
direction.
the thing for me. Creek isn't on the turn order.
Creek isn't on the turn order. Creek isn't on the turn order. Creek isn't on the turn order. Creek, what do you roll? 18.
18.
You did not click your character. Make sure you click your character. And do
Take
it.
your token before you roll initiative.
So, Jackal, as you awake and come from your slumber, you open your eyes to what can only be described as car headlights, realistically in the D&D world, coming over and peering like the sun, you knowing that the sun is not in this area at the moment thus far, and staring straight into Sentry's direction. What do you do?
Can I see the figure that's causing the lights?
So you turn around. The alcove is currently 15 feet above you. You're at the base of this, and you can't quite see the figure. Or what
So,
is
as
going on.
if it looks like it's coming from above these lights?
It looks like it's about to peer over.
Peer over.
So you can just
Right.
see Just imagine someone with a flashlight behind a cover, and you can see the shadow just envelop the area.
Yeah, got ya. Okay, Jackal is going to mount up on Athena.
Absolutely.
So half of his movement.
Yeah.
He's gonna wake up Athena, mount up onto her, and that will be the end of his turn.
No problem. Cool. You don't want to move anywhere? You want to stay where you are?
Yeah, because I'm mounted on Athena now, so...
Absolutely.
Me, thank you.
Next up is Lex's go. This is interesting. So, it's their go. For the first time, I think, in combat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. What will they do?
Better use your bloody bow today, Jamie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
This is like, what do you call it? What's that game called? With the gods. I'll think about it in a sec. My brain's gone to mush today.
What?
The guy with the bald head who attacks like...
God of War.
Thank you.
God of War.
Yeah.
Literally said that!
The game with the gods.
Hey, when you first said it.
No copyright intended. But anyone from God of War who wants to sponsor this, feel free. So what Lex will do is they will see this, knowing and identifying from when they flew round in another form. You see them look straight towards you, Sentry, and peer out the dome and kind of stare and just like wave their hands up in the air and go, "Come back quick! This thing will kill you! Run! Run!" They will hold an action and end their turn.
Oh, she's holding.
Let's have a look. They will hold a crossbow attack if anything hostile comes close.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, crossbow. Okay.
No
Next
way.
up is Oakland. You see
Me.
exactly what Jackal sees. A peering torchlight coming over the alcove of this thing.
Okay. Who's next to me, should I say? Obviously seeing the danger and seeing that Sentry's outside as well.
Yeah, so next to you is Lex, and Athena and Jackal have just mounted, and Creek is close by.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Jackal and
Okay.
say, Jackal, are we leaving the dome? If we are, I need to move now. If we aren't, I can stay in here, but I need to make a decision right now.
I suggest you stay for now. I'm getting ready to ride out. The call's on you.
As soon as
But
I
right
leave,
now it's
though,
giving
it
us
will
cover. I understand.
She will stay, and
Okay.
she will stay and hold a mind sliver, please,
Okay.
when she sees the creature.
Okay. Just remind me of your dome. Can you cast spells from within to out? Does it work that way?
Oh yeah, I will not hold an action.
Nah,
And objects can't pass through it neither.
You can't just like stick your arm out and like.
No, as soon as I exit, that's it. Dome's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what really sucks.
Hey,
Even if I
you
put my arm out, you guys can. But if I put my arm
Yeah.
out, it's gone.
So we could always cast, but it's just you'll have to stay inside.
That's the only
Yeah.
sucky thing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. End of your turn. Next up, Saya Rusk. What would you like to do?
Hello.
You come waking up from another slumber. You hear all of you hear or feel this kind of rumble in the snow, just kind of shift a little bit as something is behind you.
Okay. Saya is instantly sensing a shit ton of danger, so he will use his bonus action to transform into his wolf form.
Go for it.
And wolf form activated. He will then. Which direction did you say it was coming from? In this
North
direction?
direction, yeah. So just past this alcove that you can just see. So I would say that it is coming from roughly about here. You can feel it coming around this area.
Okay. He'll move up to here, then closer to where he is, and hold an action. If anything comes within 5 feet of him, well, not anything. Anything that's seen as a threat to the party or himself, he will attack it
Okay, attack it how?
with his claws.
Okay, brilliant. Nice to know. Hold on. Just so remind me of the spell, Oakland. Is it Lemon's Tiny Hut? What's it called?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's Tiny Hut or Lemon's Tiny Hut.
Yeah.
So they can pass out in and out whenever they want. I can't leave it at all. And spells can't pass in and out, but they can. But it's really odd, but I can like let in who I want to. So
Yes.
I can only let them in.
That's fine.
But I don't believe they can see us, but we can see it. If I'm correct. Do you want me to put it in the chat?
No, I've got it. I've got it straight up.
Oh,
It's fine.
cool.
Just having a little read, my love. What I will say is that you can hold an action, no problem at all. Next up in the turn order is that your go, sorry, by the way?
Yeah.
So it is its go. And what you hear, or feel, I would say, is just the ground start to tremor and shake as this thing somehow crept up on you. And you feel just the anger within, the fire and the flames, not to quote Dragon Force, the fire and the flames, literally you see it almost melting this alcove behind you as it's enraged and sees you, Sentry. I'm just going to see what it's going to do.
Oh yeah, he's also. You're also the dome, aren't you? Sure. Dome diddy, dome diddy.
I was just thinking that earlier.
Get sponsored by LV.
That's when I was a kid. Whenever I saw that green car.
Oh, I used to love it.
Okay, interesting.
What you gonna do, Fazer? What's he gonna
That is
do?
the question, my friend. That is a question.
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm asking. Okay. So, it's gonna... With its form, it's gonna just make its way around. Just kind of you hear... Just as it's kind of like enraged now and stomping around this corner, it's gonna use its full movement. 4. Which is... all the way over to you, Sentry. As you see this ginormous, almost 15-foot golem just stand in front of you. Just... You see runes now up its clavicle, all the way up to its... shoulder area, and raised around its wrists, and its eyes are just burning. There is no facial expressions on this thing, just pure magical essence, as you can kind of see. It's going to go for an attack on you.
Yeah.
First attack it's going to do. That's a 12 to hit. Not that great.
Nay. Just parry it to the side.
So as its arm goes down, you slam it to the side with your sword. You parry it away. It's going to use multi-attack. It's going to slam you again. That is a 16 to hit.
No. Swiftly move to the side.
Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Again, you go for it goes to slam you down in your direction. You parry it away with your sword the second time. But every single hit, you feel like this could do some serious damage.
Wait, is Sentry a big boy or small boy?
Yeah, when I left to go over to Salvation, I raged and was large, same as...
So you've gone to a large form. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
forgot to
that's
say it whilst we were rolling.
good to know. Good to know. So yeah, Battle of the Titans then. Fantastic. Kaiju battle.
Kaiju battle!
It's another episode of Power Rangers, guys.
Power Rangers. That is actually its go. Believe it or
I
not.
will use my reaction
Yes.
to invoke my stone rune.
Just put that in the chat for us.
This it needs to make a wisdom saving throw,
No problem.
unless it is immune to being charmed.
Let's have a little mooch.
DC 14.
Okay, so just describe this for us. How does this rune work?
So my the rune which is on my shawl
Yes.
will cape now actually whilst I'm large will flare up, and it's whilst I'm large from it being a small kind of rune that he'd put on just the top left corner, now being enlarged sentry, it's the entire back end of the cape, which flares up a what colour did I say last time? I think I said kind of brackish purple, and his eyes also go from his icy blue to purple, looking at this golem ahead of him, which if it takes effect, then its eyes will like kind of go slightly brackish purple.
Okay. So you make this effect happen, and you see just what expect with this spell or this effect would work on this golem, and you see absolutely nothing.
Okay.
But what you do see is, Oakland, you'd see this, Jackal, you'd see this, Creek, you'd see this, is you'd see within the dome, you see Lex take a shot with their crossbow.
Cool.
As they were holding that action.
Is he just going to hit the inside of the dome?
as they do, they kind of fall back, cock the bow, which is attached to their arm, fire straight forward, and it. Just describe what happens when you fire something within the dome, Oakland.
Wait,
It's like that one bit in the
you
trash
wouldn't
compactor.
actually know.
Okay, DM's discretion.
So,
I
it's
know
never
what does
happened
happen. I know what does happen. So what does happen is if you fire something within, you ping this arrow and it goes and just literally just falls within the dome itself, just pings down and it just goes into the tundra. I'm not going to make anyone make a dex save for that. It's not like a rebound; it just falls. I would say it just blocks.
Imagining it like from episode 4 when they fired the blaster in the trash compactor. It's like
Yeah. And
Ding, 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 ding,
you just
ding.
see Lex turn around to you and say, "What is this contraption? Why won't it go through?"
You actually have to go through it. You realise that?
No, I do. Yes, this would have been nice to explain earlier.
you really have to.
Yeah. Okay.
You're stupid as hell.
Okay.
So this is not charmed. Fair enough.
So, it's going to end its turn. Next is Athena. His go.
Yes, please. So Athena with Jackal mounted, she is going to go 10 feet, 15, 20 as she sprints out the dome with Jackal mounted on.
Okay.
Which way? Let's go this way. 25, 30, 35, 40. And Athena's going to dash 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
Jesus. She's deserting! Deserter!
70. Let me just double check something. What's this ring? This grey ring, sorry, Fraser.
Show me.
It's like grey ring,
going
yeah.
all the way around here.
Grey ring. Oh, that is that is a light source. So that's where the kind of one light source starts and one finishes.
Okay, that's fine.
You can see that this, you can see that this entity is giving off light.
Right.
That's fine.
Oh.
If I'm outside, I'll be able to see him still, won't I? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
he is-
It's just like a torch.
It's
Yeah.
just what he's going out
Right.
to, yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that's 75. $80. End of Athena's turn, please.
Okay, let me just make another camera because you screwed me with the angles.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, mate. All in production. Cool. That your go? You're not holding anything? Or she's not holding anything?
No, she's already used her action to dash, so that is the end of her turn. Please.
Okay, cool. GM's just going to check something real quick. Okay, so next up is Creek. Sentry, you're on deck.
So Creek's just going to move. This is still in the dome, isn't it?
Yes.
All these yellow lines. Yeah. Okay. Just aside, and she's just going to put her arm out. I don't know if this will work. And try and cast Bane on the golem. Is that possible? Because her arm's out.
I will say in this campaign, because otherwise you could just use this as an invulnerable turret. What I would say is you have to move out to cast and then move back in.
Okay. Okay. I'd be able to, if I went to the sort of the back of the dome, I'd be able to see over it, wouldn't I?
Well, the thing is, the dome itself is a 10-foot by 10-foot radius, so you know where the dome is because you can see it.
Right.
So pretend it's a building. Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to see the golem then if I sort of stood
Yeah, you
behind.
can see through it. Just imagine it's kind of like phased, but you know you can't really shoot through that.
Right, okay. So Crete will go from just move out.
Yeah.
And then she will cast Bane on the
Okay,
golem,
no
which is a
problem at all.
charisma save of 15.
What's the effect of Bane? Just remind me.
Bane. Let me just. It must make charisma saving throws. When the target fails this saving throw, the attack roll or saving roll before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
So basically, anything that the golem does, you'll roll a d4 as well, and then subtract that. From
So what
the
save
roll.
is that?
It's a charisma save of 15.
You got a natural 1.
Woo!
He's now baned.
Yep. Okay.
So describe how it looks on this creature for me with this bane.
So she's just going to swirl her staff around and close her eyes, and then a sort of light purple mist sort of comes out of the top of her staff, and then just sort of like wafts round Bane, and then kind of sort of sinks in.
Nice. Sounds good.
Okay, let's be brave. She's also going to cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
She's going to call on Rising Tide.
Nice. As it comes out of the ice, it kind of like crystallizes, a bit like Freezer in Final Fantasy. Not Freezer. What's it called? What's the deity called?
Shiva, you mean?
Shiva, thank you, not Freezer. That's DBZ. Yeah, so Shiva from like Final Fantasy just crystallizes and comes out of the ice. Yeah.
And will materialize next to the golem.
Amazing. I'm just going to copy your token because it just makes my life a lot easier.
No, that's totally fair.
I do have your thing somewhere actually.
Yeah, I'll resend it if you want. That's fine.
Resend it. That'd be cool. I'm going to put a little.
I'm just imagining a summoner in Final Fantasy summoning Freezer from
Shut up. So, place where you would like this to go.
So I probably have that there.
Yeah, that's fine. You can move it. She also move.
Yeah, 11. I don't think that hits, so...
11. Does not hit, no.
No. Okay. If I go back in the dome, does that mean that the spiritual weapon will disappear?
Say again?
If I go back in the dome, does that mean the spiritual weapon will disappear?
No.
Okay. She's going to go back in the dome then.
No problem. Cool.
And that'll end my turn.
I would normally say you find out, but because I'm nice, no.
Okay.
Okay, end your turn. Next up is Sentry. Jackal, you're on deck, top of the round nearly.
Roger, Dodger.
As in Fraser, sorry, are we able to do stuff like Fireball and then you're letting us do another cast of like Misty Step for bonus action? Only because it would change.
Is it a bonus action? Does it say on your character sheet?
No, I'm trying to figure out for like if I ever were to get spells.
Well, if your spell says bonus action, then you can cast it as a bonus action. If it doesn't, then
most of the time, though, usually you're only allowed to cast one spell in a turn. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, normally it's like a cantrip and like a spell, not two spells at the same time.
Yeah, so we're going by that rule, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, that drum beat was George of the Jungle for a second there.
I thought it was as well.
Doon, 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 doon.
George of the Jungle.
Watch out for a tree.
My ass is super fat now. Ah! He's gone for a really tough time.
I'm gonna flank this fella,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna hit him.
With some hit stuff.
I'm gonna hit him.
Smash it.
23.
Oh my god.
Nah, that does, yeah, of course it does.
For 26. Oh, fuck, I was gonna put my fucking poison on. I forgot to do that.
Too late, bitch.
Okay, so that is how much damage?
26. Unless I could retroactively put my poison on, because I want to put my poison on.
You didn't do it, unfortunately, buddy.
Okay.
So, hold on. So that is 13 necrotic damage, is that right? Or radiant, or what damage?
Radiant.
Radiant damage, and that is 13 slashing damage additionally as well.
Yeah.
Better not.
Okay, so...
All magical with my rune on weapon now, I believe.
So magical slashing damage, did you say?
Yeah, let me just check. You finish, you can touch another road, you know. You can describe a different rune and you see the objects.
DM, is this thing armed at all, or is it literally just using its fist?
It's just got its fists. You don't see any weapon.
It's curious. In case I disarm its fists.
It doesn't say anything about an object that has a rune and becomes magical. So I'll say it's not magical damage then. So just regular slashing.
Okay. You see the slash go through. And what you're curious about, Sentry, is the fact that not only did your ability not touch it, but you see the radiant damage literally shake this thing. But the physical damage to it, there is none whatsoever.
Okay.
It seems a little cheap.
None whatsoever is in
So your
it
radiant
taking
damage.
less or none.
So your radiant damage hit it, and it kind of flaked a bit of the molten form off. The physical slashing did nothing.
Okay.
I'm a bit useless here then. That's all I can do is radiant and slashing damage.
Okay. Hold on, let me just find right. Runes.
He's doing research in the middle of his turn.
Magic.
I know.
Just checking. Just checking. Because that will really change it, won't it? No, it's just an object with a rune. No, so that's fine. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm gonna hit him again. I'm gonna put poison on my blade like I was supposed to do.
Okay.
Bonus action do that.
Yep.
So that my other moderate use now. So that's that. With advantage, hit again. 24.
24 absolutely hits. Again, you go for the second slice. Now, is the poison damage additional to this, or...?
Yeah. 6. So that's 3 poison then on top.
Okay, let me just check something.
23.
Okay, so again, you slash in with this physical sword. It goes into... Whereabouts are you attacking this golem? Whereabouts are you hitting it?
Just chest height, as I'm same height as it's
Yeah.
now. So just
So you're going
hitting into
straight for the
lines.
clavicle area. You go straight up to the chest. You see the radiant damage again waft through the form of this thing as it's like molten areas just flake off slightly. Again, the physical damage, nothing. The poison then attached to that literally just flakes off. No damage.
What are we supposed to do here?
It's a beefy boy.
I mean, it's not really a beefy boy if we can't damage it at all. That's just invincible.
Oh
That
no,
is-
there is ways.
That is my turn.
Don't have any other ways to
Just so
damage.
you know, on a narrative point of view, the radiant damage looks like it did something. Yeah? The slashing,
Oh, I thought you said it didn't do anything.
none.
No, so the radiant looks like it's starting to chip away, but when you look at it, it doesn't actually look like there's a slice through it.
Oh,
So like where the impact is. So the radiant's doing something, the slashing isn't.
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, Jackal. Told you it was a sentry killer.
You think?
Nice. Okay, first thing Jackal's going to do whilst he is mounted on Athena, he's going to pull out his fancy new bow. But he's holding his bow with one hand, and with his other hand he's going to wave it as you see some magic, sort of reddy bluey colour in nature come out of his fingertips, as he's going to cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on
Absolutely.
flaming dude, but instead what used to be a sort of halfling word written in halfling, it is now a picture of the tree, and like an arrow going up the shaft of it, just like the tree that was back at the giant place, which I've forgotten the name of. Regivara. Tomb of Regivara. That's it. And then once Jackal's done that, he's going to fire a shot at this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I need to know: does this thing count as humanoid?
Good question. No.
Cool, that is fine. So take off that one, add these two. Well, pow! 26 to hit.
26 absolutely hits. Just reminds me of the damage that you do with Hunter's Mark. Is it just Hunter's Mark damage, or is it just sneak damage?
It's literally just extra damage to what the bow would do.
So it's extra piercing damage, do you just think?
It is, yes.
Okay, you literally go to your bow again with the kind of mithril, ethereal blue, like it's kind of like a transparent colour that kind of like forces out of this bow just an imaginary like arrow, kind of like and spools up. You let loose with your additional magics, and you literally just see it, bing, dink, and it flies off. No damage.
Okay. Jackal can't do anything. Jackal's going to stay where he is then.
Yeah, yours is magical damage as well. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that is the end of Jackal's turn then.
Okay. Next up is Lex. There you go, after the seeing, just like you do no damage to this, kind of look around and look towards Thazor, who is pooing himself, by the way. I will roll for Thazor, actually, because I haven't done that yet.
What, for him to shit himself?
No, just initiative. So
One, he does. Two, he does.
imagine.
3 explosive.
Three, he uses it as an attack.
Alright.
Fucking hell, he rolled bad. Here we are.
I mean, we're not really expecting much from him, are we?
Right. Yes, Lexico turns around,
Yeah,
looks
what?
at all of you. Looks at all of you and goes, "We need to do something about this. It is not looking good. You are clearly not attacking and killing it. It is no damage. We need to run." As they... What can they do?
I'll just say to him, where? You haven't got anywhere to run.
Quick turn to Thazor and just say, have you got that thing working yet? Can you get us out of here?
Like I said, lass, we need this thing charged. In any way to charge it, to get away from this beastie. We're dead as a fish in a barrel, unfortunately. So Lex will dive out of the dome, past you, Creek, and just like look towards you, and just use their action to talk and say, "We need to go this way now. We need to leave right now." Awesome. So, yeah, you hear Lex just shout to Creek and just the rest of the party, "We need to get out of here now. We need to move. This thing is going to kill us. We need to go." That is their... Well, actually, no. They're going to hold an action to, again, fire just a crossbow bolt if it comes any closer to them or attacks any of you. The only thing they can do, they're going to end their turn there. Oakland, it's your go.
Cool. Hearing what they're saying, she's gonna go, right, step out, the dome vanishes,
Good to know.
stare up at the thing, and she's going to face step
Okay.
over to here next to Sentry.
Okay.
Now, creature has to make a charisma saving throw of 15.
Otherwise, what?
It becomes frightened of me.
Okay.
Grr. So I step out, and then I, just like a tornado of snow, I just wisp up and disappear, and just, I don't know, teleport.
Okay, so as you teleport through it, you kind of like transpire through the form, and as the form kind of like, you see it kind of affect it, the arcane energy ripples through its form, goes up to its face, and then kind of like, you normally see a shrouded or dark area where the eyes take over, and then it blinks back into reality and gets frightened of you. Nothing happens.
Fair play. She's going to look up the Sentry and go, I think we need to get out of here. And as she does, her eyes go black, claws come out, and she's going to, again, put them into the ground. And as the energy seeps into the ground, her snake will come through.
Slippery snake.
A little slippery, little sneaky snake is on the battlefield.
Woohoo! Cool, nice.
Slippery.
You can put the I think it's 35.
I was going to say full health.
Yeah. Cool, no worries.
And Shadow Spirit will appear. And it's going to make an attack after my go, which that's it. End of my turn.
Do I do it on the other side of the snake?
How far can I teleport it, actually? I don't know.
Does it say?
Oh, 90 foot.
Amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can I move it? I'll put it down.
It's their go, so yeah.
Well, it's going to move here, since it counts as an ally.
Yes.
And it's going to be the...
So it slithers around.
It's going to be the fear only spirit. So in dim light or darkness, the spirit can take the hide action if needed.
Okay.
And it's going to do its multi-attack.
Nice. Go ahead.
Quick question.
With
With a multi-attack, I have 2 attacks. I have Chilling Rend and Dreadful Scream. But the
Yes.
Dreadful Scream I can only do once a day. Would that count as an attack?
Does it say any
Oh, it
attack?
It just says spirit makes the number of attacks equal to half its spell's level rounded down, which is 2.
I would say so.
No, it's only 1, remember? 1? I believe Luke told me. It was only 1 attack it can make.
Yep. Number of attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down.
What's the spell's level?
3, so it becomes 1.
Yeah, it comes 1. Round it down.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't really do it. That's fine. She's it's going to take.
I was going to say, either way, you know it can't be scared of you anyway, so that would
Yeah.
be useful.
So, chilling rend. It's got advantage. Go through. That's a 24 for 12 cold damage.
24 absolutely hits. So look. Right. Nice. So, Az, do you want to describe this cold damage that comes out of this snake?
So this time,
It's Pokemon.
it's the fear snake in a way.
Okay.
It's going to be in red, dripping with like blood, sort of shadowy stuff. And as it takes a bite, it's almost like, you know, when in some hits, when you take a hit, it almost explodes or implodes on itself. As it takes a bite, it's going to like almost seep into the skin, if not penetrate through with its large fangs. And as it does, it will all go blue, as if like it's pumping the energy in.
Okay, so as it goes in and latches on, and you see the pump of like cold energy just flow through, I'm gonna guess it's like going up to its waist or its side, as it's like 15 foot tall. Like it just kind of latches on and pumps this through. And you guys just hear this almighty as you feel that this thing did some serious damage to it.
Sweet.
As it kind of like, you see parts of its side go blue, and this molten effect just really starts to give way and part off and just fall on the floor as you see just the sizzling molten rock on the tundra just go through the floor.
And it's just going to slither there and have its what they called on a cobra, the little
Rattle.
I don't know what
Is it
they're
a rattle?
called,
Or
no, it's like the little
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Like flares or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's little flares.
yeah.
It's just gonna get them out, and it's gonna like.
It's gonna go Jurassic
prowl it,
Park on
yeah.
it with the.
Yeah.
Try making it dance with my loot.
What
Nice.
size?
Really good turn.
You mean the rest of your movement? Sorry.
You do have the rest of your movement, yeah?
It's gonna stay there. It's gonna take some of the heat on the other side. Heat.
Lol. No inspiration for the pun.
I've still got a point of inspiration.
You do actually, I think. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Yeah.
absolutely do.
I'm a loot
Yep,
play.
that is the end of their turn.
End of their turn. Amazing. Next up is Saya. We'll go.
I'll cast right flame on my
Okay.
claws.
Take your damage.
Yes, one. Hell
Nice.
yes. Well, yeah.
5.
Then I will come up here behind it,
Okay.
and I'll take a slash with me claw, my big meaty claws.
Okay.
Is that a 27 because I'm flanking?
That is 27. That is a natural 20 to hit.
Woo!
Absolutely hits. Slashes straight in as you see the claws just literally like off a wall. Just sparks come off them. No damage.
Cool. Well, since I did hit though, I'm going to cast Brand of Castigation,
Okay.
like I did last, and it will have a mark on wherever I hit it. I don't really know where I hit it. And yeah, so that's going to be there now.
What does that do? Just remind me.
It costs no action or bonus action to do, as long as it happens if I hit them. I can track them, and if it attacks me or any of my allies within 5 feet of me, it takes damage equal to my intelligence.
Okay. How long does that last for?
Until I
Ever.
like get rid of it.
Oh,
Pretty much.
right. So it's forever. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally until I cast it on another thing or I dispel it.
This is very good.
Yeah.
So it takes psychic damage equal to the number, equal to your intelligence modifier, which is what?
4.
4. So it takes 4 damage.
No, It has to attack me or one of the guys.
Ah, okay. And then you can always see where it is as well.
Yeah. So if it attacks any of us around here, 4 damage.
Nice.
It's sort of like a sentinel.
It is really good, actually.
Really
Yeah. So
good
there you go.
thinking.
Nice. Really, really good. Really good.
Anything else I can do? This thing is really big, right? I can't
Yes.
really grapple it.
No.
What's the difference between Sentry and the creature right now? Are they same height or?
Sentry, how tall are you?
Regular.
6 foot, are you?
6'4", yeah.
So you're 12.
So I'm now 12'8".
So Sentry's actually smaller than this thing.
Right.
That is cool, though.
Kaiju battle level 7. Yeah.
Ollie, you can try to grapple it, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Creatures that are one
I'll
size
do another
large.
attack and do a grappling check then.
Just looks funny.
I mean, might as well try.
Let me just read it.
16 to hit.
No, it would be strength.
It'll be a
athletics.
strength.
Oh, my bad.
Versus, a grapple check you're trying to do.
Here we go. It's my superiority die, right?
No. So, if you're trying to grapple it, yours is athletics. Anything
Oh no, yeah,
that-
I have to hit it first.
No. It's completely different. So you don't have to hit it. You're going strength
You
athletics.
said grappling strike immediately after you hit a creature with a melee.
Oh, you're trying to do that. I thought you said that you were trying to just grapple it. Yeah. So that's your superiority die then, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On your turn, you could expend 1 spirit die and try to grapple the target as a bonus action. Yeah. Oh wait, I can't do that because I've already used my bonus action. Never mind. I've already used it on using Rite of Flame. That'll be the end of my turn then. That'll be me.
Okay. Just so you guys are aware, the creature, you would get this, Sentry, and you probably understand this. It's classed as gargantuan.
Oh, you need to make him bigger than.
I do, and this is what I've realised. It's actually, he's actually that. So,
There you go.
Oh my god!
so everyone can.
You can't grapple that, Ollie.
Okay, well yeah, now it makes sense.
wait.
My bad.
Large, huge, gargantuan. You need to make him one bigger, Fraser.
Thank you, mate.
So even I cannot grapple it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that kind of.
There you go.
completely
You now
changed
understand how it is. I mean, it hasn't really affected what's happened, but yeah. There you go.
a hell of a lot of space.
I think you should have made him this size from the start.
Wait,
Maybe I just wanted to ease
Now
you
I
in.
do want to run.
Okay, so he's gargantuan. He can move 30 feet. Okay, all right.
He also killed a
I want to
dragon.
end my turn, by the way, Fraser.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Next up is its go. So
Yeah, that kind of changes how things.
Yeah,
just a tad, but it's okay.
it's okay. It's okay. New gargantuan. Who dis? Right. So it's gonna go for whatever made it in pain because it's that kind of thing. It's gonna go for your little shadow spirit.
cool.
So first attack is a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. So let's just read how this works. Is your spirit, shadow spirit, classed as a flammable object? This is an interesting question.
It's made of smoke, so I don't know. It's
Interesting.
like a,
Smoke is flammable.
it's like a shadow.
I will
Like,
probably
it-
say no for this, so that's fine.
Does it actually say what sort of? It just says medium monstrosity, but it's made of
It's
like a
not.
shadow thing.
No.
Okay.
Unless it is made out of wood or cloth.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't think it's even meant to be alive.
reading up on something. Give me a sec.
Am I insane?
Yeah, so it's not. Cool. It takes 19 points of fire damage as it slams straight into the side of this shadow spirit, this snake, as it kind of grapples it by its smoky neck and kind of like slams it to the ground.
Cool. It's still back.
Say again?
It's gonna hiss really bad back.
Okay.
Really bad? That's not... Yeah, it's gonna hiss back.
Nice.
You'll
Next.
probably want to remind him every time, by the way, Ollie, whenever he hits stuff about the damage.
It's 4 damage.
4 damage, good to know. What kind of damage is it? Psychic?
Yeah.
You see this almost brand just ignite on its chest as you see what you would think the damage go through. Nothing happens.
For fuck's sake!
Okay. Add to that.
Like everything.
This is a boss.
So, it turns around and goes to the next biggest thing. Sentry, you're in its way.
I mean, it would help if we could, like, damage it.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
4 damage.
Is that taking with Bane?
Ooh,
Yeah, I was going to say.
ooh.
Are all these
This
still with
changes,
taking
this
with Bane?
changes a lot. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. I need to roll a d4. So the first one, actually, was a 22, 21, 29, 19 to hit.
For you, Chloe. Is that.
That's for the snake.
Yeah, it will still hit.
Still
yeah.
hit. Fantastic. And for you... got a 4. So that's 21, 19, 17 to hit.
What was that? Sorry, 17.
Yeah, 21 minus 4.
Yeah, 17 hits still.
Oh.
Just on the.
Okay. Sentry, you take 8 points of fire damage.
Yep. Yeah, it's 5, so yeah. Cool.
And you are a creature, a humanoid, and blah blah blah. You fit into the category. You basically, this thing comes straight down on you as it kind of grapples you round the chest area, as it kind of slams you again down to the ground. But as it does, from its palms, you see the wrists just ignite, and this flame just comes down straight on your chest. You are classed as on fire.
Okay. What is on fire?
You as a character are on fire.
Cool.
You are.
Okay.
A bit of hot metal.
I'll say my.
Your plates are
metal then.
literally
Yeah.
glowing. Yeah, I would say that would probably be the right
Cool,
thing to
cool.
say. As it just this immense flame just literally just ignites straight on you.
Cool. Is it like a action or something to put it out, or?
Yes.
We are in literal snow.
That's true.
Well done for a minute. Hey, I threw a fire golem at you in the snow. Come on, it could be harder. That is its go. Next is Athena. You're up.
This black, is that cliffside?
Sorry again. Say again.
This like darkened area, is
Yeah,
that
it's like an alcove. So just imagine like a dune of snow. Yeah. Where it's just
Oh, right, okay.
curving around. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, Athena, of course, with Jackals still mounted. Fucking, can Athena go up it? Easy enough with Jackal. Oh, no, it's not
yeah.
like a.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Get 55 again. She's going to action dash. So that was 55 feet. Another 15, which makes that 70, 75.
Make another camera.
I want to be on like the top of the alcove, Fraser. Basically, where's going to be the best place for that?
Just where you are there. That would be the top of the ledge.
Where I am.
Yeah.
Cool. Bam. Oh, I'm going to keep Jackal there so I can actually see shit.
It's 15 foot high, just so you know. Same size as the
Cool.
golem.
Cool. Okay, Jackal is with Athena, but because I don't have vision out of a fiend. I've got vision out of Jackal. I'm just going to leave Jackal where he is so I can actually see shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because otherwise it all just goes to darkness because of the settings. But that is the end of Athena's turn. So she is up there on the top of that 15-foot alcove with Jackal riding her.
No problem at all. We can say that.
Rest of what it isn't immune against. What's actually worked against it.
Next up, Creek. You're up. Sentry, you're on deck.
Okay, I have a plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. So I'll need to ask you, DM, if this is going to work.
Go for it.
I'm thinking of using Create Water, and I know that it can create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range of an open container.
Right.
Could I possibly just cause it to drop on the golem?
Yeah, of course you can.
So that it spills out everywhere. So it won't go into something, but so just a large ball of 10 gallons of water will fall above
Just
the golem.
remind me of how this works. Is there any duration? Is there ritual casting involved, or is it just instant?
I'll need it's so vocals. I'll need to incant, and it will just need a drop of water, which I could get from.
Drop of water's fine. You're surrounded by it. Yep.
Yeah,
We're
and
in
it's just
snow. We are in water.
yeah, but just in some way, and I would cast it at second level, so it would be 20 gallons of water.
20 gallons of water. Fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
And how high can you control this? Is it on the floor? Can you levitate?
It's a range of 30 feet.
Okay, so you can theoretically hold it above its head because it's 15 foot.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Running
So-
so, of water, just
So
like
I would, Creek would put the staff down and just sort of use both of her hands, and kind of it would take a lot of energy out of her, but would summon 20 gallons
Kind of
of
roll
water.
it up from the ground. You see these droplets kind of come into the air. You see them forge and form together like waterbender, just kind of like in the air. Yeah, you're making these kind of spiral effects with your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a swirling ball as it all gathers up, and then just and then
Doctor Strange style.
yeah, exactly, just a lot of that, and then she'd just scream and cause it to drop
Okay.
completely over the golem.
Cool. You hear this ethereal scream. I would say to do this, you will have to go to 10 feet closer to it.
Okay, I've done that.
Okay. Because then you're going straight up into the air. Yeah. So you make this ball of water as it takes you seconds to do, and you see this giant just look straight up, just like looking straight up as you hear the rocks crumble and crack as it moves, and you let loose this pool. It's 20 gallons, is it?
20 gallons. I'm casting it at second level, so I add an additional 10 gallons. So yeah,
Okay.
20 gallons of water.
So 20 gallons, just you see just on top of it. And what you see is just like the ice bucket challenge back in the day. You see it just literally splash down its runes, and you see them flicker and shake, and you see the molten rock just harden up. But what you do see is it just steam and evaporates off as it kind of looks back at you, as you kind of like settles a second, and you just hear.
I'm going to take a bonus action and swing at it with Rising Tide, and I'm going to look at it in the eye and go, "Rah!" to it.
Okay.
Okay. 10.
Unfortunately, you see the water shakes the ground a little bit, and you see the kind of it kind of freezes as it goes on the ground again. And Rising Tide tries to go past this brush of wind and snow and water, and it just misses just in this kind of instant moment. Yeah, unfortunately, no purchase.
Okay, I've got 20 feet left, haven't I? Because
You have. Bear in mind you're in range of this thing.
Okay, I won't move. That'll be my.
I will give you
action.
that as a as a thing.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of doing something, but I think either way. What do I do? No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it. She's gonna run.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. And she's going to run away from where everyone else seems to be going, hey, come on, follow me! And that's how she's going to turn.
Just out of curiosity, Fraser, sorry. The water,
Yeah.
does any of it go on where I'm on fire? Put me out?
So, good point. Very good question. Yeah, Krieg, as you've done this, you see 20 gallons is a lot. You see it kind of apparate, and most of it steams straight off this form, this gargantuan golem form, as it spills down. But at the same time, Sentry, you are now out of fire. You are not on flames, you are put out.
Always worth asking, baby.
Well, good for asking, because I would have forgotten. Yeah, so well
No,
done.
very cool. Thank you, Creek.
I'm just going to move it back to the boss music, because that was it. Bosh. Okay,
Bells.
so you've moved, which way did you move?
20 feet to the right, so the opposite of where Lex was going.
So, just so I know, have you gone this way?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
you are facing a 15-foot climb. If you want to do that, you need to make a acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, let's go athletics. 19.
You climb it, not a problem at all.
That's close. Just trying to get his attention.
I would say you're just at the top of this peak, as it's kind of like levels out and goes up and levels out. So I'd say just move 5 feet back. You're just at the top.
There.
That's it. But
Okay.
you are on the top. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So and your turn. Next up, Sentry. You're up, and it's Thazzel's go next. He hasn't really had a go.
Cool. I will move around the edge.
Oh, one more thing before I forget. Sorry. It's going to take a quick attack on you as you've moved away.
I was wondering if you remembered that.
Yes.
Minus
I
10.
don't say anything. I hold my breath.
That's a 20.
Minus,
That's a 23 to hit.
minus pain. Minus pain.
Minus pain.
Oh yeah, minus pain.
Thank you very much.
How?
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, just hit.
Please! I'm not joking. It's not gonna work.
Does 21 hit?
Don't worry.
So, yeah, just about. Yeah.
Okay, just about. You take 11 fire damage
Okay.
as it basically just grapples you as you go away and almost flings you to the direction where you were going anyway.
Okay.
It's very interesting. You are a water ganassi, but you are flammable in a sense. You are a creature. But I will say, for this instance, for this round, part of you is on fire. For example, your clothing. Yeah?
Okay.
So you are a light.
Roll.
Just so you're aware. So I'm going to put a little thing on you.
Okay.
Just to show that you're ablaze. I can't find a blaze. So I'm going to use the leaf. No, actually. The Fist of Blaze. There you go. You are a light.
Good.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's your spiritual weapon. You're this one.
So what has actually damaged it so far?
Hopefully you guys are keeping
water
track.
And radiant
Water radiant.
and cold.
It's up to you to keep track. Right, okay. Sentry, yeah, you'll go. Carry on. Sorry about
I was gonna say contract as well for Bane, see if it stays up.
that. Yes, thank you again. Yeah, make a constitution check. Oh,
I
save throw,
literally have
yes.
nothing that's gonna
Let's see.
hurt it.
Yeah.
18.
You're fine.
Cool. Okay, so with my turn, move around the outside of the creature here. So 15-foot round.
Yeah.
I will just reach whilst I'm going round, kind of carrying its large fists away. I will reach and throw from my back the Horn of Blasting to you, Sayer, and just let it land either behind you or next to you, wherever kind of
Wait,
is
what are you
close.
throwing? Sorry, I didn't. You car when you.
Horn of blasting.
Oh, the horn.
Chuck that to the side. Circle back around, and yeah, make a strike.
Okay, make that strike.
Advantage 26,
26 absolutely hits.
and I'm gonna invoke because he didn't take any. There wasn't anything bad that happened from Sayer's fire, so I'm gonna then invoke my fire rune as well, gripping onto the blade as I carve up through the ground from where the sword carves. Fiery shackles also leap and lurch from the ground, snaking up round this large golem. It needs to make me a strength saving throw, minus pain,
Otherwise what?
otherwise restrained.
Okay.
I was going to say it takes an extra 2d6 fire damage as well, but that doesn't come into play.
Okay, so it needs to make a strength saving throw of what was that? Sorry,
14 minus pain.
Minus pain. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys are working this out. I like it. I like it long time. Minus pain. Oh, okay. It rolled a 14 and got a -4. So
Nice.
a 10. So well done.
It is restrained. The shackles come up around it and pull taut, and now fiery shackles are out through the ground.
And it just kind of grabs around and it just kind of struggles and it can't move. Yeah.
Sauce. Yeah. That will be my. It didn't take any poison damage last time, did it? No. So that would be my go.
Is that your go?
Yeah. If I don't think so, then 4 poison damage.
You think you've done damage? It doesn't look like this is going through.
Cool. Okay. It was only I was trying to save myself from rolling. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, that's me.
That's fine. Narratively, it's one of those things. So, it's Thazor's go. Thazor's going to look at it with this orb still in hand and kind of go, right, I'm with you. I'm going, and kind of follows Lex to the north side. So that is going to be his go. He's going to actually go in front. Let's just see if he can do it with his full movement. Action dash. Yeah, he's going to stay close to Lex.
Lex Luthor.
Next up, Jackal. And then it's Lex is on deck.
Okay. 15 foot up. Jackal's just going to take another shot with his bow.
Go for it.
Damn, 18 to hit.
18 absolutely hits.
For 13 piercing and Hunter's Mark and Sneak.
So technically that would be 22 piercing damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you draw back the bow again. The ethereal bow comes out. You fire straight towards its chest or head area. Which one?
We'll go for the head.
Head, and you just see it kind of go, and it kind of like sticks in, but then breaks off as this lava or fire just kind of like burns into whatever it was and doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, doesn't really do anything. As in, it might have done something, but not much. Or
you know what shooting into a wall looks like? That's what you kind of get.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Well.
End of Jackal's turn.
Okay. Next up is Lex. They are going to. Actually, they need to make a attack with a crossbow because it made an attack against you, Sentry. Sorry, the snake. They actually got nearly a natural 20. They got a 23. Let's just see what they get. Again, yeah, you see them fire this crossbow straight into the clavicle area, right where one of the runes are, and it just goes, and the arrow just gets absorbed straight into it. As they turn around and go, right, Thazo, you've got to stay with me. The rest of you, follow me. We need to go now. We need to move. And that will end their turn. They're going to move further this way. Pretty much nearly off map. Right to the edge. They would use... Yeah.
Can we... That's Lex saying it what to all of us?
Yes, he's addressing every single one of you.
Just in response. If you're planning to help us here, just get rid of the flames from everybody. There's no running from this thing. It moves too fast.
Okay.
I'll just continue to hold where I am.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. $19.
Okay. As you say that, they stop in their tracks.
Nice.
In fact, they move closer. What's their full movement?
Yes. Yes! We're all gonna die!
They move to the top of the hill, one of the top of the hills, and just go, if you're sure that this is not going to end well.
No one will survive! This is where Icewindale ends!
Okay. Yeah, Oakland, you're up.
Cool. Oakland's going to run round this way, keep spaced out. And what she's going to do is obviously the familiar circles come around her wrists, but they start to like spike up a little bit of ice and shards start to appear as she's going to fire a chromatic orb.
Yeah.
Woo, cold.
Nice.
And she's going to fire.
Go for it.
You got advantage because he's restrained.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Shit.
20.
That's 16 plus 6 for a 20 to hit.
So that is... Hold on. Yeah, 20 absolutely hits. So 6, 17, 19. So that's 21 cold damage.
Yes.
Shit the bed. Right.
He's 22!
It's 22, not 21.
22, sorry. So,
I can't do math.
So you see this thing, you just envelop this thing in this kind of frost apparition as it goes straight into its form, as again you see that half of the side of this thing just kind of flakes off as it wails in pain once more. Yeah, it did some real damage.
And I just stick my middle fingers up at it.
Give it the
And
flip,
as I do,
flip at
my
the
eyes
birds.
go black as I control my shadow spirit.
Part of Saya's rubbing off on Willow. She's acting way more, I don't know how you would call it, aggressive, I guess.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! Dehro is going to take a bite
No.
for a 19 to hit.
19 absolutely hits.
That's 11 cold damage.
Yes.
My god.
Yes.
Take all my damage!
Yes.
And simultaneously, we're both going to hiss at it.
Okay.
And then that's
So
the end of my
hold on.
turn.
So that is 11 cold damage, yeah, absolutely. Flipping heck. Again, wails in absolute agony as another side of its kind of shoulder area, you see the runes kind of apparate and they kind of like twitch and flicker and they just kind of break off. Yeah, as it kind of gives this hideous moan as it shakes through this kind of cavern area. Yeah, real big damage. Great turn.
Awesome, end of my turn.
Nice, well done. Say you're up, and it's go next.
Luke, you said you threw the horn over to me, did you say?
Yeah, wherever it would have landed around it, because I could reach fairly far over because I'm large.
Well, I'll pick up the horn then, just I'm assuming it's near me. Does that count as an action or bonus action or anything, picking up this horn, or no? No. Whatever. Right, and I guess I'll blow into the horn.
Okay.
What do I roll for that, Luke? Because I don't actually have the horn on my
It's
inventory.
on the description.
Yeah.
I can give you the horn as a token. Just give me a sec.
It's on the description, is it? Horn of blasting. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, you can
got it.
action. You can blow the horn, which emits a thunderous blast, 30-foot cone, audible for 600 feet. Each creature in the cone must do a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d6 thunder damage.
Okay, where are you facing this?
1 minute. Huh?
Where are you facing this cone?
I guess just straight in front of me,
Okay.
like this way.
Ah!
30 foot
Where
cone.
else would I do it?
First time says use magic. He's gonna blast me.
Hey, it makes
What
sense.
else would I fucking do?
Makes
You could
absolute
aim
sense.
it any direction. That's okay.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
So you would get a little bit caught up in it, but hey.
Hey,
You might pass the saving throw. You never know.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
so so make a Constitution saving throw, please.
You have to get 15.
Am I in the cone?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Cool.
So I heard con save. What's this about? And does it include
It's not you. It's not you.
Oh. Don't know what's it about though. What's
Yeah.
happening?
I'm blowing the horn.
I gave him the horn, and he's blasting me with it.
I mean, what else was
I'd
I
like you to
fucking
roll.
supposed to do?
I'd like you
If
to
you
roll.
move around, then you're fine. That's all good.
Fine. Yeah, it has to roll now.
I'd like you to roll 5d6 for me, please.
It's one minus pain, Fraser.
Say again.
It's save minus pain, just in case.
It doesn't need to.
Yeah, but
Wait, what?
you have to roll 5d6.
Wait a minute. Wait. Would this creature be seen as an object made out of crystal?
Yep, no idea.
Because it says creatures and objects made of glass.
You don't think it's made out of crystal or glass? No.
Well, I have to make sure.
Yeah, he's got to ask.
I mean, okay.
It says in the thing, otherwise it does more damage. That's why.
Yeah,
We gotta-
I will tell. I would have told you to roll 10d6, but roll 5d6.
Me?
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry. 5d6. Wow, that's awful.
That is pretty
Wow,
bad.
3 natural ones in a row.
That is awful.
Just so he
It's
rolls
good
out.
for me.
Oh, can I use my inspiration to roll again?
It rolls as a look, but no, that's damage.
Don't hurt me more, please.
Let me just see what luck does. Hold on, one sec.
Also, I just got like.
God, door closed parade.
I'm trying to find. Where's my horn gone? Where is it? I was gonna totally use that for this situation.
No, it's not damage. No, it's an attack roll. So
Oh, really? Ah,
Yeah.
fuck.
it does 11
Okay, then well, it takes 11
thunder damage. As this thing, you see, just like Thor in Avengers, it comes straight from the heavens as it funnels straight through the top of this lion's face, as it kind of just envelops this whole thing in thunder, doing some sort of damage to it actually. But as you do, you see the floor beneath you just kind of wave away as this force of energy just 600 feet around you.
And also the energy crackle over me as well.
Yeah.
You may want to move for next turn and sentry.
You could move! You could move!
Where else would I do it?
Look,
Fucking facing it.
look, if you went here and you shut it there...
Listen, if that's what Sentry would have done. Sorry, if that was a Say would have done, that's what Say would have
I
done.
know. No,
By the way,
I'm
each-
telling him because he doesn't know. There's
Each-
no time he's done something with a cone.
I would like
There
you
is
to
a note on
roll-
here, by
I
the
would-
way.
I would like you to roll.
Yeah, it's a 20. I need to roll something.
Yeah.
You need to roll a D100, yeah.
It's a 20% chance.
Yeah.
So what do I roll? Sorry.
A D100.
D100.
28.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh
You're eating.
yeah. It ain't exploding yet. Imagine if it exploded on
That was
the
pretty close.
Just instantly.
10d6 damage. Ooh.
Okay.
It's like the bit where Patrick comes in when Sandy put him in a trombone. You're right, the whites are dead. You left your windows off.
So, is that your go, Saya?
Yeah.
At the end of your go, almost kind of like clockwork, as it's its go. Oh, just bear with me a second, guys. So many moving cogs.
Definitely.
Oh, I thought you said Cox.
Yeah,
I thought for a second.
Yeah.
So many moving cogs. Oh my
Who's got the
god.
cock out? Put your cocks away.
Oh, come on, guys.
Come on, be
Don't-
professional.
Don't be a dick. Do you get it? No? Okay. No.
Nice.
Oh, that's so impressive. Do something else.
I mean, at least we're doing damage.
As you throw this thunder towards it, you see just in the center of its chest clavicle, you see it just open just momentarily as its form starts to kind of like break off. But as it does, this kind of blob of fire just ends up on the floor right next to you, Creek. Sorry, not you, the Shadow Spirit and you, Saya. And you see it just fall on the floor about here. And you just see the snow around it just melt, and you just see bits of like of the fire just kind of like flicker and twitch as you see it morph, and out of it spawns a very small fire elemental.
No.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
I can't see anything.
It's a little blobby fire dude.
Is this like a...
This means we're on the next phase, guys. We're getting there. This means it's next phase.
Boss level shit.
The boss fight continues. We got him. We got him cornered.
Okay, it's gonna roll initiative. Did say it was a boss fight, man.
Oh yeah, man. This is probably gonna be like the entire episode.
Boss fights sometimes do, bro. Sometimes do.
Pretty long. Like Jamie Thwilly.
Hey. Okay, so as it does that, you see it kind of come out the ground. You see no kind of sound necessarily, but you just see it spiral and sprawl into this kind of snow area, and it's not really having an effect as the snow is just kind of like bouncing around it, and wherever it goes, it melts in its vicinity. So you can just see ground and dirt just underneath it.
James, something you can kill.
As it's going straight to attack Sentry first. I believe.
It's restrained, so it has disadvantage and minus bane.
Yes. You really buff this guy.
Debuff this motherfucker.
Let me just read this.
It's also deaf.
Oh yeah, it is also deaf, isn't it?
Just saying, it's a Dory now.
He's deaf.
No, Dory's not deaf. Fuck.
Does it have ears? I mean, it's up to you.
Fuck it.
Okay,
If
so-
it gives us any kind of advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so disadvantage on the attack against you, Sentry.
Yeah, minus bane.
Minus Bane. That is a... so look, minus Bane. 15 to hit. It was a 17, so I'm guessing it was straight on your armor class.
It misses.
Yeah. So as it misses and shrugs straight past towards you, it's going to turn around and look at Saya. I'm going to go for a swing against Saya.
You.
Disadvantage, minus Bane. It doesn't really need to. Let's just roll it anyway for fun. That is a 5 to hit.
Hit. Okay.
Imagine. As you see, just this entity that obviously Creek has put over its fists. You see it kind of last moment. You see it kind of like go slam towards you, but this magical entity just kind of pushes it away, just as it kind of hits. And yeah, doing some real good stuff. That is its go.
It
Next
can
up
make
is
another strength saving throw now at the end of its turn.
What
Yeah. The shackles. It does it at the end of its turn every time.
to break, is it? Or
Yeah, the target can repeat the same throw at the end of each of its turns.
Thank you for letting me
Banishing it. Yeah, so good.
Would it be counting as an action though to break?
No, it's just at the end of its turns.
17.
Minus bane.
Good to know. 16.
Yeah, it gets out of it.
Okay, so you see the shackles just bang, and it kind of like, kind of rinses out like it's just come out of water and just shakes as you see your chains flake and crumble into the ground. Next up, Jackal. Oh, Athena, I should say. Wake up, Jackal.
Yes, I didn't realise I was on mute. I spoke it, and then that was it. Athena will take the dodge action, and then that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay, dodge action, no problem at all. Creek, you're up. Sentry on deck.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
You're currently top of this 15 foot. You're top of this 15 foot like ledge almost.
Okay. I mean, could I do the create water again?
Is it a spell?
I'm up higher. Yeah.
And is it does it require spell slots or is it just an ability?
No. It requires spell slots. I've got the slots available.
Okay, brilliant. So you can create water.
Because I didn't know if I needed to be closer, but seeing as I'm higher up now, if that would be okay.
Yeah, it's 15 foot in front of you. 30 foot in front of you would hit it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll do it again at second level.
But also you see at the bottom just a small glowing, kind of, not humanoid, but you see it as appendages. And it's just this flame elemental at the bottom.
Right, yeah. I'll do the same thing again at second level, so I'll form another 20 gallons and drop it over the golem.
Okay, you can do that, not a problem at all. Again, the same thing happens where you kind of throw it up in the air and you just let go as it kind of falls straight on this thing.
And once it's covered it, I'm gonna, with my bonus action, hit it with because my Rising Tide's still out, hit it with Rising Tide, seeing if that once it's dropped and a hit, if that would be any good.
And how many gallons is this again?
20 gallons again, because I'm doing it at second level.
20 gallons, nice. So you see this water just spill over this huge form as it kind of like falls down. Again, you see the runes flicker and twitch. And also at the bottom of this, you see the elemental just kind of like get swept away for a second and just kind of regain its form. You may have done some extra damage.
Okay. Oh, man! Spiritual weapon's not there.
It's got advantage.
Oh, has it?
No, not anymore. It broke over its restraint.
Okay.
I saw the snail symbol. I was like,
spiritual weapon doesn't really work with advantage, I don't think, does it?
No. It was only if he was restrained.
Yeah, if it's restrained, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm still on fire, aren't I?
Yes, you absolutely are.
Can I then just, I don't know, sit or roll in the snow just to
You
sort
can,
of damp?
but before you do, you take 5 points of fire damage. Are you still on fire?
Okie dokes.
But I will allow you to use your movement to go into the snow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just roll around, get it off, and then stand back up, or stay lying down, and then if I can use an extra stand up.
And make another con save as well while you're there.
Okay.
What's this against? Is it? Oh, that's
4.
Well, I was going to say, what is this against, Luke? Is it against the con modifier?
No, so it's con save, and it will always be 10 unless the damage is like 22, and then it's half of whatever the damage is.
So unfortunately that is a fail, and Bane drops from the creature.
Okay.
Gee.
So he's no longer baned. You just see you lose concentration once you go into the ground. You try and put yourself out as you're on fire, and as you do, you lose concentration on that spell, and it just drops.
Okay.
Okay. Are you doing anything else with your turn? I don't think you can, actually. I think you've done bonus action,
Yeah,
and movement.
that'd be.
But you're no
everything.
longer on fire,
Hooray!
as you are just diving into the snow. I will say that it used half your movement.
Okay.
Next up is Sentry, and then is the Elementals go.
Yeah. I'm hoping Jack will have better luck against the elemental. I'm still to hurt this big thing. And we don't want for it to keep spawning more elementals. So I will bonus action second wind. Give myself some HP back. Where did I put it on my sheet? There it is. 9.
Nice,
Cool.
nice.
So some of the plates that are broken fall off, and new ones kind of attach back in place. Cool. +9. Saucy. And I'm gonna. Do I whack this guy? Do I whack the elemental? No, I'll whack this guy. Yep, advantage whack. 18.
18.
Yep.
18 hits.
Cool.
So that's 15 radiant and 10 slashing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
Again, you see the radiant just kind of take chunks out of this molten rock.
Cool. And with that, I'll standing and seeing where everybody is. Yeah, I'll just I'll say the horn. Stand to the side of it, capture everybody else, but try not to hit me. And Jackal, get that flame thing out of it, and just stand there surveying everything that's happening.
Yeah. Cool.
What?
Giving orders.
What? What are you? What? Blow it again? Blow it again? Oh,
Is that your turn, my friend?
That is me.
Okay, so next up is
I'm-
it's the Elementals go. It's going to go straight up to the first thing it can see, which is the big wolf dude in front of it. As it kind of, you feel the heat coming from it as it comes closer to you. Again, it's going to do a similar attack to its fellow compadre. Actually, let's just have a look.
or will it?
Or is it?
Do we know if it's taken any necrotic yet?
No, yeah. Nobody's hit it with necrotic yet.
Okay.
I thought Chloe did. Do you do?
I've not used any necrotic yet, no.
Oh no, it was ice, wasn't it? It wasn't ice.
Yeah.
never mind. My bad.
Really hurts against ice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's fire.
Cool, that's good to know.
Oh, right. Okay. This guy. Look straight towards you, Ollie, or Saya, as it goes straight towards your form. But instead of going towards you, it goes into you and around you and envelops you in a ball of this fire and then goes to the other side of this shadow spirit. I would like both of you... There is no roll for this, unfortunately. Oof.
What?
Saya and the Shadow Spirit both take 9 points of fire damage as it goes straight through you and your form with its
Wait, just
movement.
automatically.
There's no damage roll. It's an ability, this.
That's it. Alright.
It's part of its movement.
Okay. 9 points.
Okay, and it's going to make an attack straight on the snake. This is an attack roll.
Snake.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's 11 points of fire damage.
You'll see the as it obviously takes over the snake will lose its form, and then all the shadowy essence will basically fire back straight to Oakland and go straight back into her hands, and her claws are back, and the snake's gone.
Damn it.
Okay. Snake is no more.
Yeah.
One of our damage dealers gone.
I know.
Just so you know, guys, the golem itself is looking very shabby. Parts of its arm is almost kind of like hanging off. You see the runes flickering in and out. One eye is kind of twitching. Yeah, this thing isn't looking
I
great
mean, again,
for a golem.
Cool. Huh.
And they said to run away.
Don't say anything.
Right,
yet.
It's going to use the rest of
Run!
its movement to go straight up to you and just face you as it uses it. It's got the kind of a weird format. I mean, it has got appendages, but it's made out of flame, and you see it's taking the essence of a ghost effect. Next up is Thazor. Thazor's going to use his turn to stay right next to Lex and Athena. Just turn around to Athena and go, are you on Athena as well, Jackal? You're on the same, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, so he just turns around to you and goes, what do you think we should do? This looks like it's getting a bit hairy.
Well, none of my arrows seem to be piercing its heart, but the others seem to have this at the moment. I suggest you just sit back by me, Fazor.
Okay, I suppose. I'll try. That's going to be his go. He's going to take the dodge action. Jackal, you're up.
I'm going to recast Hunter's Mark. So
You can.
the one on big fire dude disappears, and a new one somehow embroids itself within the flames of this small fire elemental.
Yeah, you can just see it within the mixture of this thing. Yeah, so it's like within the mix of flame, you see just this elemental magical effect.
Cool. And I'll try and shoot at it.
Okay.
Yes, that goes for it. Nice. 18 to hit.
18 absolutely hits.
Cool.
What damage? Just
Or
read
is
it
there
out.
anything? Sorry, 14 piercing and 5 Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, as this ethereal arrow just flies forward again. You just see it go straight through, and in fact, this time it kind of melts as it goes through its form, as it kind of makes a circle as it goes through, and no damage.
Of course.
Yep, okay.
Fire!
Yeah.
I thought.
End of the Jackal's turn then.
Okay.
Oh dear.
It's Lexi's turn. Lexi Lou. What are they gonna do?
Next up is Lex. Lex is just gonna take. Actually, they're gonna make their way over towards. You, Creek.
Okay.
And they kind of come over to you and look towards you and go, just don't set on fire again, yes? I've been told to help.
Yeah, that's just.
And that's gonna, there go.
Oh, I miss Ice Queen.
Next up is Ice Queen herself.
Go, Ice Queen!
Queen!
Do your thing, Queen!
Oh my god! Okay, it's gonna be all the fuck it's right now.
Do it.
Throw it in the fucking bucket.
Throw it in a fucking bucket.
Kill this fucker.
I don't have my dude anymore. Do I take a risk or don't I?
I mean, what's the bad?
I'm gonna roll on it.
Good call.
I mean, what's the bad part? If you
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Depends.
me over.
The bad part is we all die. It's like, oh, okay,
Okay.
maybe do that.
I mean, I'd probably
don't do it
play
if it's
safe.
bad.
Yeah. I'd probably play it
Oh,
safe.
Okay.
I'd probably.
What?
I said I'd probably play it safe.
Yeah. Just try and damage it in any way you can.
Okay, it's gonna do same as what I did before. Same again. Icicles! Woo!
Go for it.
Get that
It's a
shit.
14, no.
14, which one you hitting? Straight onto the big boy?
Yeah.
14 does not hit, unfortunately.
There's
Well,
always
fuck you.
It's next turn. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Guess what? I'm a wizard. End of my turn.
I certainly can do.
My wait, what's my bonus action?
Blast it.
Amazing. You fire this thing, it goes straight into the ground as no damage is caused.
Fuck!
Saya
What
will
was it?
move as instructed by the big metal man.
Next up is Saya's go. Yeah, you can feel the heat coming off this.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to here, like he said. And he's gonna shout, "This wolf is gonna huff and puff and blow you down, motherfucker!"
In what fairy tale is this?
And he's gonna
It's a fantasy world.
into the underhorn.
Okay, so just remind me which way you moved then.
So I went like. Oh, let me use the arrow thing.
Yes, please.
So I went like up here,
Yeah.
around this boy,
Yeah.
and then there.
Okay, so that's 2 attack of opportunities coming straight at you. First one
Okay.
is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
The second one, the fire elemental, is going to use its attack as well, which is a 9 to hit. 2 misses as you go past. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So the only one that's going to get hit by it is the big boy here. By the the. So it needs to roll. What was it again?
What are you doing, sorry?
The horn.
The horn. So you need to roll 5d6, I believe.
Well, it doesn't it have to do a saving? Sorry.
Yeah, just roll the dice first because you do the damage anyway. It takes half if you don't, doesn't it? I think.
Oh, okay. 5d6. That's more like it. 17.
17. Okay, so give me a sec. Nice.
It's 15 it has to roll.
15, yeah.
15 or higher.
Can't save. He rolled a natural 1.
Hey!
So yeah, absolutely takes the full brunt of that. Again, you see the absolute area just get enveloped of this kind of just incredible energy. Just this thing just throws out, as you can hear it from miles away. Well, 600 feet to be exact. But you see again the snow, and this time you see the alcoves just kind of crumble and shake, as it did some real damage.
And a roll a d100.
Yes, please. Anything less than a 20 and it breaks.
I rolled a 2.
And as you see, the as you see, the horn itself just kind of start crackling with this energy. It throws straight towards this fire golem. As you see, it just like shatters just into 3 pieces as it.
2 fucking uses, are you kidding? 2! Oh my god.
Two uses though that do.
You have now 3 pieces of horn of blasting just crumbled in your hands.
Oh,
Oh man.
he's like, are you fucking serious?
What I love about it is
I don't want to put it in, but it's 10d6 fire damage to the blower.
10
that's
D6.
true. So thank you very
I
much
got
for
Fraser
that.
raising
Oh
yeah.
my god.
So yeah, 10d6 please.
How do I roll more than 10 d6?
Just roll 2 5d6s if you want, and then just add them.
If not, just
Naughty.
Oh
Fucking fire damage.
Oh mate, I'm so sorry, buddy. Honestly.
Well, since that happened, Saya, it blows up in his face and it really hurts him. He starts to look a little bit feral.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, amazing. So take 40 damage, I believe.
Yeah. I'm still alive.
Oh, just.
I'm still alive.
I'm still alive. That's the
He
price.
just kind of goes like.
That's the price you pay.
I just kind of like growling to himself.
Yeah.
how's the golem looking?
Real bad.
That's the end of my turn, by the way.
No problem. It is its go. How do you look, Saya?
Pretty bad.
Okay, it's going to make an attack on you as you're the weakest right now.
Oh no.
Of course.
That's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
as it goes down and slams its mighty maw. Mighty Maw fist.
What kind of damage will this be?
Straight into you as it does. Unfortunately, right, count this up.
Wait, what? Oh my god, no! I don't want to die.
22 points of fire damage,
Yeah, you're fine on it.
and
Well, I say fine.
you
I go
are
down.
currently on fire. Just so you know.
Fire and feral.
Yeah, I'm downed.
As the smell of fur just erupts around as it's singed and burns straight into the ground. It's going to turn around and take a second swing straight at Sentry
Yeah, go for it, big boy.
as it's the next big boy.
Somebody want to heal me?
That is a 16 to hit. I believe that misses.
Yeah, missed. Yeah, it comes in and just whack it to the side with the great sword.
Nice. So, Athena's up next. Creek, you're on deck.
Athena will lick some snow and take the dodge action.
Lick some snow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Quick one. I mean, remind me why I put the snail on again. Is it not restrained anymore? It's not restrained anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's not restrained anymore, no.
That's good.
That was what confused me the last because I was like, snail!
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. My fault. So dodge action, fantastic.
Dodge
Kind of
snail.
almost protecting over Thazor as well at the same time. Creek, you're up. Sentry, you're on deck.
Okay, I'll have seen that Saya's gone down. Is that right?
You can see that. Yeah, you can just see almost like an anime style. You can just see just steam just coming off, and he's just a black soot on the floor.
And is he unconscious?
Currently not moving.
So he's down.
And he doesn't look like a wolf anymore. Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay, right. Okay, I am going to cast Healing Word at first level
Okay.
on Saya.
Cool.
Does
this get me up or?
So healing
So
word.
it's 11 hit points back to
11
you.
points of healing. So as you cast, just describe what healing word looks like as Saya rises from unconsciousness with 11 hit points.
So Creek will close her eyes and then open them, and they'll be like a pale blue, and she'll be speaking in, I think it's Aquan, which is her
Nice.
native tongue.
Which is basically Aquaman. Yeah.
Basically, Aquan. So it's a lot of.
You speak Aquaman.
She'll stretch her hand towards where Saya's and speak Aquan of a prayer, and just small, like, it looks like sort of swashes and swathes of water go towards Saya and then go into his mouth and his sort of.
I'd like to think that all this snow is kind of going into water form and just trickling up very weirdly into his eyes and his appendages, and it just kind of like seeps in, and he goes it just takes a breath as he kind of rises, comes straight.
Like he's been sweating, but it's actually just all the water around.
Narratively as well, because this creature would be melting snow.
Yeah.
So like, that's
But
pretty
in
cool.
both ways, yes, absolutely. So yes, Saya, you're back up. Well, you're not up, you're just awake.
I can have 11 health, I guess.
And
Better than
then
none.
just gonna hit
Just-
it with Rising Tide again.
I will still say you're on fire, just because of the flavour of the healing word doesn't really make any difference.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put myself.
Just out of question though, when he goes onto the floor,
Natural
obviously,
Natural 20, roll damage for that.
Sorry.
Do it.
I was very excited about it. It's fine again and natural.
Yeah! Get some!
It's 7 points!
7 force damage as it takes the brunt of it. and
You
you
gotta
knock-
double it. It doesn't double
Oh,
it for some reason.
Oh, okay, so it'd be 14 then. Force damage.
Okay.
How we get those words? How we get those words?
It goes down to one knee as it, like, realistically as it would. It tries to bring itself up with one of its appendages. Its right arm kind of like falls off and slams onto the ground. It is now in some serious pain and looking like it's about to fall apart.
We're so fucking close.
We got this, guys!
Come on.
And Creek will just shout out, "We can do this!" And that'll end at 10.
Yeah! Right, okay, cool.
Flavor, I wanna have this opportunity to kind of change what Saya looks like from this experience, since he's been beaten so fucking much.
Sure.
He has now got like a burn going down half of his like, face.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Battle scars are good things. We'd like this a lot. Right, I'll be back after a short break, because, yeah, things.
Yep.
Awesome. Right, so, Creek, I believe it's your go.
Okie dokes.
Or did you just go?
Hello?
Did you just go with
No, I just went. I was like, wow, that came around really quickly.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's fine, I didn't change it. Sentry, you're up. This is where we start.
Kill.
Get him.
Says no longer within melee of the creature, is he? I can't
He's
quite
5
tell.
feet away from the melee, so yeah, so he's
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
he's safe.
Okay. Okay.
Boomer.
I'm gonna.
I'm not in range of its melee.
No, you're not.
Then how did it hit me before?
Oh, wait,
It's
you are
because
there.
you were originally just here,
Yeah.
and you left its proximity.
No, but that it missed. It missed the attack of opportunity.
That is very true. It would have moved
It blew,
towards
it
you.
blew up, and then you said it hit me. So I
Oh.
wouldn't
Yeah.
have gone down.
That's very true. Very good point, my friend. Very good point.
I want my life points back.
In that case,
Give me
in
my
that
life
case,
back.
it would have made a move towards you. Spiritual weapons, they're still fine. Yeah, so he's there.
Cool. Okay.
Thanks for the saying there. That's good.
I'm like,
Two.
I wouldn't have gone down.
Either way,
I will come around
it doesn't make
here.
any difference to anyone else. Yeah,
and with advantage hit him.
go for it. Go for a swing.
24.
24 absolutely hits.
14.
14 necrotic damage. Sentry Dawn. How do you want to do this?
Yeah! We did it!
Seeing the image of it where all of its runes are, and kind of looking up towards everybody in the group, I'm gonna come up round its arms, and where the runes are, cut the arms away, and then come back round from behind and split it up the middle, where the runes are lighting its chest there, so that it all in parts.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And as
Cape
that happens,
just blow in the wind.
hold on one second.
Cool. I can't believe we actually.
And as that happens, you see the you see this form just kind of drop down to its second knee, and almost its appendages just fall off, and you just see its eyes just grow bright red as all of its runes now inflame and engulf in this kind of dramatic sequence, and you just see it hum and flash, and you just see it just blow up in front of you as you just see fire, molten rock, and just bits of its form just start firing upon you and literally causing rain of meteors just down upon you. I would like Saya and Sentry to make,
Oh my God.
and Oakland and Creek and
That's
Basil.
not Creek, that's a thing,
No, no,
isn't
no,
it?
no.
Spiritual weapon.
Here,
That's my.
And
Yeah, really?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
To make a dexterity saving throw. Saya, you are with disadvantage because you're prone. Let me just check that, make sure that's right.
Yeah,
Did she use healing word?
yeah, you're still prone though.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got advantage because danger sin.
Just so you know, if you get less than a 12,
19.
let me know.
Oh, I got 14.
I got a 9.
So Creek and Oakland then.
Creek, Oakland, and New Century as well.
No, I got advantage. Dangerous.
I mean, you guys haven't taken any damage, though, so it's probably just gonna be a little bit of damage.
I know, but I'm fire. If it's fire, fire is critical to me. Which is why I'm not close.
Might be force.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Force
Yeah,
damage.
Yeah, meteorites, probably force.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely force. That's
Golden
it.
Fuzz.
Yeah, it's force, isn't it? Right, it's force. It's force, yeah. It's force.
Yeah, definitely force. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It's
It's
fine. Why are you
cold.
panicking?
It's going to be
It's
cold.
cold.
Oh, yeah, cold damage. Yeah. Mm.
we got rid of the fire, right?
Okay.
Does this mean the little elementals also go on, or is that just...
So this is what happens.
More elementals come. Shit.
Imagine.
I would actually want to die.
Okay, so who failed? So Sentry, yours is with
No,
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oaklin is a fail, Creek is a fail, and Saya, you are a success.
Yeah.
You all take 7 points of fire damage as this thing blows up in your face, and bits of shale and rock are just flying straight towards you. But what you also just about missed, Saya and Sentry, the fact that this thing is collapsing and it is ginormous. You miss the pile of rubble as you dash out, I would say 5-10 feet away, and around its vicinity you just see rubble just envelop this area as you would have been buried alive.
So wait, so those of us that succeeded also got 7 on none.
Yeah, do we take it as well?
So you take 7 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Okay.
even if they-
Halved if you succeed.
What was the dex saves for me
12.
and Creek then? Was it for the fire, I assume?
So okay, so the dexterity save is for missing fire and molten rock. Anyone who got less than a 12 will take the full 7 points of fire damage. Anyone higher than a 12 takes half.
Okay.
Right,
Cool.
okay, cool.
Cool. So it'd be 3-5 for me and you, sir.
yeah.
So, cool.
What I will say is, just as you know, we are now out of initiative.
I put myself out.
The elemental has gone.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Oakland's just gonna like roll on the floor, get herself nice and wet
Stop
and
your
cold.
roll!
Stop,
with
jump,
me.
and roll.
stab, jab, and roll.
Yeah, say it's going to do the same to put himself out.
Okay. And just so you know, around this area... Oh, can you see it? Hold on. Can you see a square?
Yes.
That is
Very
where the rubble
barely.
is. Yeah, that's very facial. But you can see that's where the rubble was. And it is just now molten rock. And as it stands in front of you, just cindering like a bonfire, just this thing just kind of crackles and quakes as it's kind of like burning
Oh my God.
and changing and just disintegrating into this tundra. The new dawn, what do you do?
Say it's going to put himself out.
You can do that by rolling on the floor, that's not an issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creek's gonna run down and just say to everyone, does anyone need healing?
Me. And you look at me, look at Saya, and he's got a gigantic burn going over half of his face.
She's gonna run over to... Yeah,
And his
run over
voice sounds very hoarse.
Saya.
The fire went to his throat.
and just say, anyone that needs healing, come over to me.
Oakland's going to
Saya's
hover.
form has changed since this battle, and from now on, he has now a battle scar of a burn mark on the side of his face.
Yeah.
That is canon.
Character development.
Does anyone else need healing? Is it just us three?
I'll head towards Jackal though, and Thazil.
Does
Okay.
Thazil need healing? Does Lex need healing?
Lex looks fine. They didn't take any damage. Thazil doesn't look damaged at all. He's just very shaken up. He's got probably a bit of black soot around his face where, like, some of the bits of fire have just catched. Maybe the singed his beard. Besides that, his morals damaged. His ego is damaged, but besides that, he's fine.
Okay. Okay, I am going to cast prayer of healing at 3rd level.
Okay, no problem at all.
And it can go up to 6 people, so I'll give it to us 3, and then if any of the 3 others need a top up, feel free to take it.
Oh, sauce.
This is the kind of burn I was thinking of, by the way. I'll put it
Get 20 points of healing.
20 points.
I'm back up to full.
4, 5, 6,
There's a
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. Thank you very much, Sly.
Thank you.
There you go. I put a tab in kind of thing I'm trying to think of, like with the burn. It's like going over half of his like eye and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay, so you can definitely cast Prayer of Healing. Okay. As this kind of battle comes to a cease, you just see Lex turn towards the party, and just in complete awe, you see their face just like kind of. They put their crossbow back on their side, on the leg, where their sheath is, and they just look around and go, "I am very impressed with all of you. That is some monstrosity on the floor, and you killed it."
It certainly was difficult.
Once that Creek knows that Sarah and Oakland are okay, she's just going to Lex and say, "Great lot of good you did." Walk a little bit.
Ooh, sassy.
Lex just gives you a bit of a look around, and not really phased by this comment, and just looks back at Sentry and goes, "I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, I was as much use as Jackal in this fight."
The getting towards closer to Jackal here. Jackal, what do you look like at the moment on Athena? Just whilst I'm going towards.
Literally just sat on top of Athena, just sort of looking out towards the field. Got his bow, which is sort of more of so now crested across his lap, but just looking out at what's going on at the moment.
Well, unfortunately to say, Jackal, I can see why your father, the great man that Lex and you has said, would have had a hard time on his own. But this thing couldn't have gone any further than where we leave it here, and for that, Jackal, I'm glad to have hopefully given you some peace, knowing that it's no longer here to continue to torrent your clan and family.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Sentry, that you guys managed to get this thing. It's not just a burden off of me, but of anyone else that it might go to harm in the future.
And Sentry, just whilst he's kind of turning back to normal form, of put a cold hand just on your shoulder, Jackal, and look back to everybody else. We've all formed well for this. I think if it were anyone else, it would be gargantuan of task. The future for 10 towns, I feel much more strongly, and I hope that you'll all continue to join me on finding the wizard to help the towns together.
I mean, we've gone this far. I don't think there's any point turning back now.
Are you still at the bottom of the the thing? Sorry, Sentry. I'm just wondering where you actually are. Are you at the top with Jackal, or are you down at the bottom?
I'd imagine that we've all probably.
I'm still at the rubble, by the way.
You're still
I've not
gathered
moved.
somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Just so I know
Um,
get bearings. Where are you, Jackal, and where are you, Sentry?
I'm assuming they're
I'll-
together.
Yeah, I'll have been wherever
Yeah, I would've-
Jack was. I wasn't sure if we were still on placement of map or not. or
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
were-
Just put yourself in the placement of map where you're talking, just so I've got an idea.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Awesome. So you've gone to the top of the hill. Awesome, good to know.
Is this rebel hot?
So you go.
I assume it probably is quite hot, but I
You
just
go
wanna...
towards it, and you know when you get that feeling with a bonfire, you know when you're like a few feet away from it, and it's just heat is just so intense. Absolutely, It is molten rock.
I love that feeling.
I want to go all the way round it, and Apollo's going to fly over and just have a little observation with me and just give me a little hand. I want to look for anything that doesn't look like it should be there.
Okay, make an investigation check or an Arcana check, either one, for Apollo. So are you looking through Apollo's eyes?
No, like I'm looking around, Apollo's looking over, and like if Apollo sees something, they'll like make me aware. Or,
Okay, so you make an Arcana or an Intelligence check. That's fine.
Arcana or Intel. You have to be Arcana for a 22.
22. Fantastic. You look around. What are you looking for in particular? Just so I know.
Just anything that would to Oakland look exquisite, like, oh, I like that sort of thing, or anything that's out of place that shouldn't be there.
What was really interesting is the fact that with the 22, I mean, you saw the runes on its form. What you would guess from that, and with a 22, you would know that that is what was keeping it together. So this has been conjured by some sort of wizard, ritual cast, whatever it might be. But the runes itself was its form. Distinguishing the runes has killed the form, and therefore it's just now back to its basic form, which was rock.
Okay, but there's nothing like there that she can get. Nothing that looks like an object that shouldn't be there, or anything that she can grab hold of.
No,
No. Okay.
unless you want some molten rock.
No, I was just seeing. Basically, I was seeing if there was anything inside the creature that we didn't see
no.
before.
No.
Okay, she'll take a note and head back over.
Amazing.
Hi guys.
Lex comes up and joins everyone as well. Thazel kind of steps up at this point and goes, I'm very impressed with all of you. Especially you, Sentry. You scare me. I've not seen fighting like that in some time.
That's all you should know. I hope I don't scare you. You're
I do.
safe with me, and I want you to stick with us and feel comfortable. I don't want to scare you. I'm sorry if I do. A little bit quizzical look on Sentry's face. He almost, whilst he was speaking then, everything kind of seemed as though it was a little bit quizzical, like he couldn't quite understand why, from Thazel's view, seeming large and protective of everybody, how it comes across as obviously mighty to Thazel, but to Sentry he's confused from it. But he like looks at Thazel still. Cocked head.
Well, the fact that I was interested in you at the start because, you know, I've built something like you before. But the fact that you can enchant yourself and make yourself larger magically intrigues me, but the fact that you've just nearly killed that as long as the side of your friends, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with you, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it took all of us to do it. I don't think me on my own could have, but shall we camp now? I think you will need to sleep, is that right?
I agree.
What time is it roughly now?
Good question. You guys had, I would say, a few hours in the dome. Was it about 4 hours in the dome? Did you meditate before this? Just to remind me. I can't remember.
I can't remember if I did what order I did it in, but I believe it was 4 hours because I was speaking to Lex.
Yeah, I think you had a few hours. I don't think you got the full meditation in because Sentry had his part, and you two were
I thought it was
conscious.
almost at the very start because I thought Creek did a prayer and then there was something because that was why I was confused because I thought that it was like right beside Creek in the bubble, but it was on the outside kind of thing. So I think it was at the very start.
Yeah, because like Creek pulled me over to have a chat before she was going to sleep, so it probably would have been 'cause she was awake.
Yeah. So I would say that it's probably around 9ish, exactly 9:26.
Well, in the morning, I assume. No, I'm joking. It's fine. Well, I don't mind setting up the dome again, but I'm not picking the location. And I don't think we should step away from this thing because it's kind of obvious.
You can just see it crackling and you see now the tundra around it is just, it turns just to, there's like basically rubble and dirt and just surrounds this molten, almost like an impact of like a crater from this meteorite. Just explosion, just bits of like rock everywhere. There's bits of like snow that are now being covered up with the falling snow, but you can see where the molten rock is keeping it melted.
Could Creek have a look for again another suitable place?
Well, I think if we can we set up here possibly?
Well, yeah, I mean, like in the vicinity, like if there's like just a flat, safer place where we don't have to go to, because we'll be protected by the dome, but just so that it's an area that causes too much.
Cute.
Yeah,
Well,
any flat ground around.
Yeah.
Depending on what the location she's shown, she'll set up the dome.
The flattest is actually to the south, just to the south of this beast. It basically flattens out a little bit. The dunes are behind you at that point.
Right.
Cool. Should we set up over there then?
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah. Cute. Set up over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all make your way towards the south of this molten rock pile, essentially.
Oakland's going to walk on the way down. She's going to walk alongside Saya. And as she's walking, she's going to move his hair and say, "Are you alright? Looks like a pretty hefty burn."
"'Tis but a flesh wound."
Did he really say that?
No, he's just like, no, it's fine. It's going to be a reminder not to be so careless, I suppose.
At least I'm not the only one flammable.
I think we're all pretty flammable.
Well, I guess it's a journey that you can tell others in the future that you fought a golem of some size, so you can take that away with you.
I suppose. And he's gonna kind of get a cup of he's gonna cup his hands and put it into the snow and just
What happens with you, by the way, with your wolf ability? I'm not sure how it works for you, but after you use that horn, you didn't look so Saya.
I guess after I get to a certain point of vitality, it just kind of leaves. I have to focus a certain amount. I have to be conscious at least.
Right.
I can't be waning.
She'll just nod and awkwardly keep walking.
Okay.
He just kept the fucking snow on his eye, just like that.
Yeah.
It's like steam coming off of it.
So as you guys like make your way down, you're having this conversation. Thazor kind of like stumbles towards the end. He makes it like, I would say 10, 20 feet away from this thing and just straddles past it as he's carrying this orb in his rucksack. And you all hear this, and he goes, "Well, that's strange."
What's strange? And Oakley, with intrigue, if she hasn't seen so like run over and go, "What do you see?" Like,
Okay, you run over, and he basically presents the orb. And it's kind of like not glowing as it once were, but it's thrumming. That there seems to be what? It's supposed to do this when it's charged, but I think it might be. I think this might be the reason. I'm not sure.
put it on a rock or something. Try that hot rock, and I'll point to it. Like, not put it on, but maybe put it near it. See if it has a reaction.
Can you?
Are you sure?
Make sure not to turn it on, though.
Well,
if you're just charging it, then that'll be fine. But I'd like to go and get some of the metal. If we can charge it here and use it there, maybe.
The thing is, Wheeler, I don't know. The way the contraption works is that it holds a. It was in tuned with a rod that was embezzled with magic, and as soon as that magic reaches a point, the device turns on itself, and I just flip a switch. But what I combined basically the energy it needed with a formula of mine to do. I don't have that formula, and it literally will probably go off as soon as it's charged. So, do you want me to still try, or?
Sentry takes off running in the direction of the metal. Then that he probably doesn't have a lot of time.
Okay.
Are we going with him? We can't. Thazor, stay here. And she's going to start running with Sentry in a.
So which way are you going, Sentry?
So obviously prior to us following Creek and running from the direction of this golem, we'd come across that fairly large-sized piece of metal, the metal shard.
Yes, that was roughly about an hour's journey back.
Yeah.
So you're going to be running for an hour. Is that right?
I can do that. I'm Sentry.
Okay.
I was hoping to do it during the long rest.
Stamina.
So you're going to do a Forrest Gump, yeah?
Yeah. I was hoping to do it during the long rest. Pick it up and bring it back, but because that shit is good.
Okay, and you're going on your own, or is anyone following Sentry?
I was going to start running, but obviously if he takes off faster than me, then she'll probably start slowing down.
Or if you call out me, then I'd stop, but...
Nah, let him go.
What's your speed, Sentry?
30.
Oh, I can keep up.
I'm not super fast.
What do I wanna do? Yeah, she's... Yeah, fuck it, she's good.
You going with Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay. So Oakland and Sentry take off. Is anybody doing anything as this is happening?
Creek is going to find just a small patch where she can sit down, and she's going to put her legs and have her staff across her knees again, and she's going to close her eyes and pray.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. So Jackal and Saya, Lex also sees this. You go over into a corner, or a metaphorical corner, into the snow.
Yeah.
We'll just take everyone off the battle map for now, because we can play this in theatre of mind. Because why not?
The theatre of the mind.
The most powerful theatre there is.
Theatre of the mind.
God damn. What did you...
Okay. Let's see what we can see. Do. Right. Are we there? We're there. Cool. So, as you guys kind of make your way, I would say towards, well, Sentry and Oakland, you're making your way straight towards where you found, or you think, the direction of this shard.
Technically speaking, Oakland would remember.
Yeah, you do remember, but you've obviously you just go in a direction which is that way. So you go over and you start running. Is everybody else staying put where they are?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thazel kind of just goes, I think I'll leave it then till they come back. And just addresses the rest of you that are staying. And Lex turns around and goes, Jackal, are you staying here or are you going?
I will stay for now, I think, Lex.
Right. But I am with you, as this is my quest, you see. I like these people, but unfortunately they have no sentimental value for me.
Jackal will give Lex a nod.
And as for everybody else, are we making camp here? As we are 2 members down, and I seem to remember they doing the most damage to this. If another one jumps out on us, we are pretty screwed, yes?
Well, it's not as if we can rely on you, man.
You just see a kind of raised eyebrow from Lex as you say that, and they kind of turn to you and go, "What is your problem? Huh? Come on, seriously, that thing was fucking huge. Me and Jackal were fucking useless, and you were set on fire. So, I don't see why you say this."
Oh, fuck.
At least I tried. I might not be the mightiest, I might not be the strongest. I might not have any capabilities that the others have. You know, I don't know all these incantations. I don't know. I'm not a mechanized person. But I tried. These are my friends. And I'm doing something to make sure that they see another day and that they get to where they need to. And if that means I have to put my life down to save theirs, I will. So it would be courteous if you did the same. I mean, just at the very least, trying is better than doing nothing.
I am your guide, am I not? I'm here to protect all of you.
Well, so far you've guided us into a lot of trouble. Well, maybe you should do better and guide us to safety.
They take a step back and just almost kind of like stop talking and just walk about 5 feet away. They look at Jackal and just go, "I'll be over here."
Craig's just gonna go back and close her eyes back to praying.
Fuck.
Thazel's orb still kind of thrums, but walks more towards you, so away from the fire, and kind of like looks towards you and go, "So I guess we're waiting for them to come back. Is that right?"
Seems that way.
I mean, we could go now. I'm sure I can find a way to come back. I mean, I could do with a drink. I don't know about you.
I just need to sit down.
Oh, you look a bit worse for wear. That looks like it hurts a bit, and he kind of points at your face where it's burnt.
It'll be fine. Maybe the scar.
Doesn't he look like it's okay? Maybe I can make something for. I don't know. I know someone who could make something for that. Probably make it better. Well, carry on.
I said no. You're fine. I can deal with it.
So, and you just kind of get this moment of silence where taking a rest, maybe just in a bit of calming down from the adrenaline from this fight. Meanwhile, Oakland and Sentry, How far away would you like to move from this? Are you going straight? Are you beelining it? So at this point, they probably had a conversation for a few minutes. In that case, you'd probably be over 200, 300 feet away.
Yeah, I'm imagining that for the most part I'll have been running, think that I'm on a time limit, whereas...
So your action dashing, technically,
yeah. Just running as much as I can, and noticing or hearing behind me some noise. I've seen it, Oakland, and stopped, let her catch up, and just kind of kept moving, but with Oakland now, and just turn and say, I'm sorry, the medal, I feel like I need it to make things.
I'm not disagreeing. I'd like to study it. I'm not in a selfish way, to be honest. As soon as you said you were going back, I was actually really intrigued. I want to see it again. The dragon. I'm really intrigued, and if we're going back to grab the metal, I'd like to have a little look, and I can possibly carry more.
Well, at least just to see the metal shard. I think the metal will be just big enough. I'm not looking to investigate any longer than we need to be. I'm conscious that already I'd be eating up more time than is needed. I was hoping to do this whilst you were all sleeping, as to make the most of time, but
Technically, darling, I don't sleep.
Darling.
Darling. It's not what I do. I never sleep.
Well, at least let's go then. Come on. And he'll like pick up his pace again, with Oakland, making sure that he's staying with Oakland. To be honest, Oakland will probably be...
You mean you'll stay with me?
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, for the most part, Oakland's probably doing majority of the guiding. I'm guessing for the large portion of it, Oakland, you've been saying like, oh, this way is north, and like this way is north and stuff. So
I remember this route.
yeah, displaying your memory. Yeah. So Sentry's just kind
she's quite nimble as well, so she's a little bit
I would
fast.
say that definitely is the case. I would say that, Oakland, you are definitely trying to pinpoint the way, and Sentry, you're following on toe. And it's interesting because as you're moving through the locations where you think you've been, you're tracking a trail where you've once been, and you kind of know the direction. You see these ginormous, almost like Jurassic Park footsteps embedded in the snow. And you just work two and two together, and you think, okay,
it's from that direction.
That's the big boy. That's the golem.
It's also why I thought I'd be able to do it at night as well. I was like, it's probably shit big footsteps.
Yeah. So huge footsteps. You follow them. It makes your job a lot easier. I would say at one point you kind of like stumble down one. It's obviously not that far. It's just you kind of like fall upon it, and you realise this as you go. And just zooming GTA back to Creek, you form a meditative stance, and at this point I would say everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Jackal, what are you doing at this point in terms of relaxation, R&R?
Who's taking a call?
I will say Jackal is just basically fussing Athena and just going over his weaponry and just taking all of this new bow. Saya, what are you up to in this downtime?
He's gonna find somewhere to sit and think.
Stick his face in the snow.
Yeah, just
Absolutely do that.
like one of them snow foxes.
Yeah.
You see, you see Saya kind of like just sitting there, taking it all in. We see the scene where it's all a bit quiet. Thazzel's kind of sat down with this orb, just tinkering with it extra, kind of carefully, and just trying to not to make it come to life. And you just see Lex every now and again just kind of twitch back and look at Creek, almost to like say, like, you know, if someone's really annoyed at someone and they kind of look back and like, they're still looking, kind of thing. They have their arms folded.
just doing her own thing,
Yeah,
not taking it much.
They have their stance like crossed arms, just looking forward, wind blowing through their kind of clothing. And in an instant, you just see them raise one of their hands and kind of like sprawl it round, and next minute you just hear, "Ah!" They just turn into an eagle and just fly off in the direction of Sentry.
He's having a sulk.
He's upset.
So they've gone. Just the 5 of you remain. And a few moments pass. And Creek, at this point, you're just listening to the kind of crackle of the molten rock that's kind of before you, and just you can hear the tinkering, the clicking of metal objects, and you're really listening to the sound in this meditative state. And you just silently, in your mind comes clear again. And once more, you just hear the very familiar voice. I've seen you, child. I've seen your friends. That's what you hear?
I hope we do you proud, mistress. I'm still trying to find my...
Just repeat that last bit. Sorry, you went a bit quiet.
I said, I hope we've made you proud, mistress. Still trying to find my purpose.
You will find your purpose yet to come. I warned you of this in front of you, and you have defeated a mighty foe.
It is with your guidance, mistress, that my friends are safe and this creature is defeated. It is an honor to have saved her.
Beware of the flames, Creek. They will be your downfall.
Mistress, what do you mean, the flame? We are in no danger of flames here.
You just hear silence just for a short moment, a hot moment. One of those really annoying long pauses that before you get any answer. And you just get a very short, kind of almost hesitant reply. And you hear,
The flames within you. They will rise if you're not careful.
I assure you I have peace. We know flame.
just the wind wisps just a bit harder and a bit more intense on your face, and the side of your face just freezes up just a little bit, and you kind of get yourself comfortable as it becomes a little bit apparent that maybe this deity is taking an impact in whatever you're doing, but also is directing you at the same time. Meanwhile, Sentry and Oakland, you get roughly 25 minutes, half an hour into this journey, and this is where everyone's taking some downtime. So, you start trudging along, and the fun and games come to an end as this very straightforward journey becomes a bit treacherous and a bit boring, unless anyone's making it, essentially. As it's just a straight line, and it's just you two. Very dark. You've got your night vision, both of you, so there is no light.
I got my shit big night vision as well. Yeah, boy.
How far is your night vision, Sentry?
120 feet.
Wow. So
double everyone.
You're about 26 minutes in, and you're just talking probably amongst yourself, making the odd chitter-chatter. Until Sentry, make a quick perception check for
me. Yeah. Okay. 15.
With a 15, in front of you, just as the footsteps kind of like you see following, you see just at the cusp of your vision, just these small black, almost dots, just in the distance.
Okay. Oakland, are we close to in the distance, sorry, is in like on the edge of my peripheral now,
Yes,
so like
on the
20-ish feet. Right?
Literally on the end, yeah.
Cool. Oakland, are we nearing the shards? Are we close?
DM.
You think you've got another half an hour to go?
Not quite, Sentry. Why? I'd say roughly about 30 to 25 minutes, possibly, depending on how our journey is. Maybe more.
Well, seeing far ahead in that direction, I'll point it out, kind of make us stop for a second.
Yep, you stop.
I can't quite see. Bear with me, Sentry. And she's going to get Apollo out and look through Apollo's eyes and have the same vision as Sentry.
Oh.
Okay.
So now I'm looking through Owl's
An
eyes,
owl.
which is the 120 feet of dark vision.
Okay, so you see Apollo just kind of like perch on your shoulder, and you look through, and you can see the same with that, as is pointed out, just the very slight dots in front of you.
Are they moving at all? Obviously, a little bit far in distance, but do they look as though they're moving? Any light on them, or
Make another perception check.
Can I do the same?
Yeah,
mainly, not his one, but mainly to see how far they are.
Yeah, just make independent perception rolls.
18.
even better, 19?
Okay, you both see it. They are moving. Not in a straight line, but in just
How far roughly do you think they're away?
the cusp of your... Probably about 110 feet now.
I can send Apollo to go and have a quick look. If it goes high enough, it'll blend into the snow.
Well,
We
Why
want to
don't we
make
just-
sure.
why don't we move round and you look through Apollo's eyes?
I need to... I can't move looking through Apollo. It's almost as I take hold of Apollo.
You can't. Can I move you?
Yes, I'm movable. I just can't hear and I can't see, but I can speak what I'm seeing.
Whisper what you see. I'll take us on a flank round from where they are. I'll pick up Oakland, and start me. Obviously, they're going in zigzags over the, I'd imagine, large footprints from the gargantuan golems. So they're like
Assume,
zigzagging
yeah.
over the footprints, kind of thing.
Yeah, you assume.
So I'll try to end up taking us on a wide bend round them, seeing that the owl starts like flying up overhead where they are. So we're going on a wide bend from where they are.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And do you continue to do that until you move closer?
Yeah, I'll continue to do that whilst Oakland looks through Apollo and tells me what she sees.
Yeah, and I'll fly Apollo
I'll,
quite
I'll keep us just going round on a
Okay.
wide arc.
So how far away from Oakland are you now?
No,
I'm
he's
carrying Oakland.
got me.
Oh, you're
It's right,
carrying...
confusing.
Ah,
Yeah, so
got you.
I'll carry Oakland, move the two of us round, and
No problem.
I'm guessing you're sending your owl to.
Yeah, I'm looking through
Nice.
Apollo now
Yeah, you
to
do
like a sort of a height, because obviously the underbelly is completely white, so that the white almost blends in with the falling snow.
Okay.
So like to a decent height, but I can still see. So as long as I can see the floor decently from 120 feet, I'm fine.
Okay. And you do this, and you become closer and closer, and I'd say 30 feet pass, and you become 30 feet closer, and it becomes more apparent of what this is. And through Apollo's eyes, you only see two figures, humanoid in shape.
Okay.
What do you do?
Just like an owl would, not trying to make itself known, but Apollo will start going lower, just so that I can start getting a bit of detail.
Okay. You start going in and making like a swoop drive-by. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, you
but
can do that.
I'm trying not to be seen.
Yeah, make a
if
stealth
not
check
heard.
with the owl.
The owl is stealth. Mm-hmm. Seven.
Okay. So you go down and you swoop Apollo, and in this owl form, I mean, you do get advantage with an owl on stealth, I believe, because is it one of them?
Oh no, sorry, it's a +3, so 9.
Okay,
Not
9's better.
bad.
But you swoop down and you go quite close. I mean, how close do you want to get?
Well, I want to do a flyby, because the owl
Yeah.
doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So she wants Apollo's going to go down, have a look, and then swoop back away.
Okay, so you go roughly within
because
10
it also
to 15
has
feet away.
advantage on perception checks.
Okay, so as you go, I would say even 20 feet away from this figure, it becomes very obvious what this is.
Okay.
It is just a hooded, ripped hood, torn, stumbling, middle-aged woman. And behind is a much younger female. And you can hear them through the owl. And you just get the distant chatter of, I think it's this way. I think they went this way. And then the owl just...
Did I see their faces?
Make a perception while you're there. See what you do
Oh.
get.
Oh.
13.
No.
No. I will be whispering this back to Sentry, by the way, as I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Okay, so they're hooded. Do they look like... no, I'm not sure if my perception check would see weapons on them, would I?
Not with that, no. They've got a large, hooded, damaged cloak. Very similar to what you found on the tool.
Okay. Apollo's going to loop around again and hover in front of the older woman
Okay.
and make itself known in a gentle manner.
Okay. So you basically just kind of like swoop and just kind of like hover, yeah? And just...
Yeah, like in front and make
Yeah.
itself known in a gentle way, not in a harmful way.
And you hear through your vision. Is this a sign? Wait, can you see this? Can you see this? And you see the smaller figure come up and kind of tug on the end. You can see that they're trying to like make their way through the snow, and they stand up, and it is clearly another female figure, much younger, probably mid-20s, and kind of gets to their feet and goes, "That is a sign, Mama. That is a sign. We are going the right way." And
Can I see their faces?
you can at this distance, yeah.
Okay.
The older woman is quite sagged in skin, bags under the eyes. You can see like this long white wispy hair, wet in nature. Quite like swollen on one side of her face. Clear icicles across her nose and cavities and things like that. The much younger woman isn't in better shape. Very damaged skin, like ice burnt. Much shorter hair this time, black, kind of like swoops down. You can see like the clothing is very basic, and quite a bit of blood on the side of that and her face.
What race are they?
Human.
Human.
And they just
And
start walking towards the owl.
That's fine. The owl will stay and just like hover around, just trying to get a really good look at them to see if there's anything that Willow would recognize. And while doing it, she wants to look at what direction they're heading, if it's the direction we came.
You look at the direction you are going, and yes, they are heading towards you. If you roll the perception, just roll another perception.
Okay.
This at this distance.
Roll a perception.
Ooh, that's a 20.
A 20. With a 20, you see this in the distance, and it kind of chills you down your spine, as you are quite kind in nature. And you look further behind, probably about roughly 100 feet, and you see up to 6, 7 figures following or trailing these.
Right.
You can see at this distance with a 20, they look very similar to some shadowy figures you've possibly fought in the past.
And it doesn't look like they're with each other.
Not
Or does it look like they're...
Make an intelligence check, just while you're there. Just to see
Would that be
what you
the
think.
owls?
Yes.
Ah, that's fine. Shit.
Well,
Okay.
actually, with that, I mean, you're looking through it, so it'd be yours. I'm going to say yours.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
With sight,
oh,
because it's...
I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, it's yours. I'd say that.
Fuck. Either way, it was low.
What was it?
It's an 8.
An 8. You don't know.
Yeah. Either way, it was low. Okay.
You don't have your inspiration still, do you?
I don't know if
Actually-
I've got an inspiration.
Look on
Oh, I do! When did I get that?
I think it's
Probably when we solved the
Way
puzzle.
back
together.
when.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm very perceptive of my sheet.
I'm not saying to use it, by the way. I'm only
I
reminding
know, yeah, that's fine.
you, in case
Well,
it's getting
whether
pertinent.
together or not, they're fucking following.
Mm.
Okay, and they're heading the same direction as where, like, the old lady is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. In a nice fashion, because I like this lady. The owl would. The owl's gonna land on the lady's shoulder, give it a nudge of appreciation, and then fly off in the direction of the shadowy figures, so they look back
Okay. So
to where I am.
first half,
flying.
it lands on the shoulder and goes, ah, yeah, Dolly, look, and it flies off again. And then they turn around, and then they just carry on walking.
That's fine. And I'll do what Sentry's doing. I'll make my way round so that I go past the shadowy figures.
Yeah.
To just clock them to see how many exactly there are. I think I've seen 6, and then make my way back to Sentry. But I'm gonna go back up high again.
Okay, so you make your way, just pan past these figures. And as you get closer, it's very apparent they're not moving in a normal fashion. It's almost like they're moving in some sort of wave of shrouded darkness. Like they're just... like they're twitching in a way. And it reminds you very, very familiar of these shadow entities. They are on the trail.
I will liaise that back with Sentry, and then once Apollo's back on Sentry's shoulder, I'll say I'll come back to my form.
Okay. You see the
Seeing you coming back, and obviously having told me of all of it whilst you're looking through Apollo's eyes, I'll have been trying to track all of it with my own whilst I'm going, so I don't run into him whilst I've been going with you. I'll put you down. The old lady, did she see your warning with the owl? Did she?
No, she didn't. She thought I was a blessing. Some sort of like sign that they are in the right direction. I think they're looking for the others. But I can't tell if they're with the shadow people or not, because they were a distance, but it's hard to tell. When I tried to fly away to show them where they were, I think either they know they're there, or it was too obscured for them to see. But it is worrying. I think we need to get back. We know what these shadow people are like, and Creek's never been against them before.
Can you write a note?
I can, yes. I've got my book on me, and she'll get out a bit of parchment and ink.
Okay.
Just write on it that there's people behind them following, and tell them to. Shit.
Well, shouldn't we head back? We know what these things are like. The thing's not the metal's not going to go away forever. Creek Lex haven't been against these people before. They don't know what they're up against. I know Saya and Jackal would be fine, but I don't think it's fair.
The question really remains: are the old lady and person with her with the shadow folk, or are they being trailed by the shadow folk? If they're trailed by the shadow folk, are we to save the residents of Ten Town, or would it put the rest in jeopardy? If you write on the note, continue following the path to the rest of the group, then the shadow people will follow.
I personally think we should go back, Sentry. We get there beforehand.
Or do you tell them on the note, don't follow the path, go another direction? We can go back, but the question is, do we go back with these people and save them? But it will also mean encountering these shadow people. Save the people and fight the shadow people as a group, or lead them in another direction and hope that they find their own path. And we get the medal and get back to the group.
I think it might be worth at least... This is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. How about I run over to the people? I can be stealthy in my own little ways, but I can make my way over. With the owl, so that, they know I'm part of the owl is mine. I lead them to not exactly where we are, but the location of where we roughly are. And then see if they keep following. If they do, that means I will have time to find out if they're part of those people or not. And I can make the decision there. Or we can make our way back and wait for them there. It's completely up to you, because I can have the owl direct them in a different direction. Because they seem to trust my owl.
I'm sorry, I don't think you've...
I get what you mean. Either we go over and we save them, or we lead them in a different direction.
Conflict with the shadow people, or no conflict? What's your choice?
Wouldn't you want to get rid of them?
Would you? The group, we've already fought one giant golem, and you all need to sleep. Everybody except from you and I. But even you have to rest.
During this conversation, guys, they are 80 feet away from you.
I was gonna say, we've obviously gone round to the side, so we're away from the path. Does that mean that they're on a parallel to us?
Yeah. So you were there. You've gone off over here. They were still on this trail. They're going this way.
Yeah, they're on a parallel. That's fine. Cool.
I don't really know, Sentry. I want to get rid of them, and I want to make sure those people are okay, but we are all rather weak. I still have a lot to fight in me, but I don't know if the others do, especially Saya. But then...
Follow them, write on the message. There's people following you. If they're not with you, run. Continue to follow the large tracks and run.
75 feet.
Okay. Well, pick me up then, and Apollo will take the...
If, just before you're about to go in, if they run, we will run with them.
That's fine. And, Apollo will go with the letter.
Yeah. And I'm
Are you
essentially
Harry
just
Pottering these people? Seriously?
I'm Harry Potter. Yes.
Wow.
and I'm just gonna like holding a rugby ball almost. Obviously a bit larger because Olin's a bit larger than a rugby ball. But just essentially just gonna get himself ready to see if they begin running, he will sprint towards in their direction to try and meet them on the path. And then just so you know, Fraser, then that way we'll meet them and hopefully keep running with them. But
Okay.
that's what I'm hoping to do.
Okay, cool. So you send the owl with the letter, is that right?
Yeah, and I'll do the same as I did before. Come round, make myself known, and then sort of like in Harry Potter, but instead she's going to Apollo's going to unravel it so that they can see it's a note, so they can take it and stay with them.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my plan.
You can absolutely do that. As the owl swoops round back into view, you hear them again once more. Darling, here it is again. It's holding something. Grab it. And as Apollo lets loose the note, they grab it. And you can hear this. What does it say?
It was say, what Sentry said.
Oh my god, it's a Nimbus 5000.
What does it say, quickly?
It would say, there are some people following you. I'm unsure if they're with you. Run. Run as fast as you can. The owl will stay by.
We must leave. Darling, we must run. This is warning us. There are people behind us. We must go. And you hear the figure to the side, the smaller female figure. Let's go. Mother, they're probably after us because we are supposed to be dead. And the old figure basically looks back and goes, we will survive to the end.
Can my owl insight check this?
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
can I insight check?
Yeah, make
I'm
an
not
insight
sure
check.
if it'll be me or the owl.
Yeah, make an
though.
insight check. They just finished their conversation off and go, I know we are supposed to be in the Frost Maiden's doing, but we need to survive somehow.
So 25.
And 25. And just with this conversation's going, you just finish off, you just hear, we are not supposed to be sacrifices, Mama. We will live. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Woo!
Oh.
Yeah, that session was.
Information on truth or lie to follow.
Okay. And with that, guys, we thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the good things, and be very nice to us and bearing with us. That's fantastic. But we will see you next time for episode 34. Is it 34, 33?
35. 35 next
I don't
time.
fucking know what we're doing. Anyway, so with
We're
that,
34 now. 35 next time.
35. Episode 35. But we'll see you then. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.